I did it again. Fuck you. Oh, hang on. right, greeting and salutations, everybody. My name is MichaelSchwahn, and welcome to the stream. Today is Sunday, September 4th, 2022, which is a Sunday stream. And I normally stream like 12 hours ago, but it's been a good day. It's been a really good day, but it's also been a very busy day. I went and helped my mom. I spent some time with my wife. It was awesome, and now we're here, and the curtain's messed up. I blamed the chair. Anyway, but we're here. What are we doing today? So we're just going to be doing some reactions today, hanging out, chatting it up, playing some Stream Raiders, and we're going to roll on out of here because I won't be here on Tuesday because my mother-in-law gets here tomorrow, and then my wife has a medical procedure happening on Tuesday, and I will be, focusing on those things. And I might be here on Thursday, but we'll just have to wait and see. I hope to be here on Thursday. I hope everything's going well enough by that point to be able to be here on Thursday. And also that's when Steel Rising comes out, which is on Thursday, and I would love to play that. That's what we're playing next. When we get to playing games is going to be that. I got some nose stuff going on. Anyway, so that's what's happening. We got a lot of stuff we're going to react to today. I say a lot. It's 7. We're going to be doing 7 of them. One of them is going to be really long, but we're going to save that one for the end because it's long as hell. It's long as hell, but the other one should be about normal size. We're going to be checking out things. The long one is Splatoon 3. We're going to be checking out some other stuff like Layers of Fears or Layer of Fear 3, if you would prefer. We're going to be checking out Aliens Dark Descent. We're going to be checking out some Witchfire, Honkai Star Rail, St. Kotar, and some other stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing, but we're going to also fire up Stream Raiders. Stream Raiders. So let's hit this. We were going for this token chest. There we go. Oh, what do I need to place? I need to place warriors, bombers, and berserkers. I only need to place one more berserkers. So let's do that. Oh shit, the god's over there. It's fine. It's just Scotty. It just gives them extra ranged on their range attacks. Don't mind me. I forgot the way that this game works. I'm fine. Alright. Stream Raiders is fired up. It's ready to go. What is this? Oh, I can't place the spell right now. That's fine. Alright, so now, what are we doing now? Now we're going to start into the reactions. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for being here. And those IEMs look sick. Thank you. Thank you. I actually own 2 pairs. So these are 1. And they're blue. And then the set that I have for my drum set, they are purple. They are purple. Purple. These are just KZ Pros, by the way. They're like $23 on Amazon. They sound great. They fit really good in your ears. They have professional audio connectors on them, so you could change out the ear cuff if you needed to something else. Yeah, I like them a lot. They're really good. And we're trying them out for a little while, just see how it feels, because eventually you get tired of having a headset on your head all the damn time. Like, all the damn time. I can show you the ones. Hang on. I can drop the link to them in chat. KZ Pros. These ones. They come in different colors with different metals and stuff on them. Like gold and black, black and black. Also, whether it differences on whether you want a microphone on them or not. Adding a microphone to them takes like, it adds like $1 by the way, to add a microphone onto it. I mean, you definitely don't always need a microphone, I guess. Like, I definitely wouldn't need one for my drum set, but, I mean, it's $1. I guess if you really hate the look of if you wanted the even cleaner look of not having a microphone on here, the microphone on these kicks ass also. So you want to know something interesting, Last Breeze? Real quick, something else that's interesting. I have no idea why, but the color of your name changed for me. I don't know if this is coming up very well in my chat box. You were bright red here, and then I typed put the link in the chat box, and now you're like an orange color. I don't understand why, but alas, who understands what Twitch is or how Twitch works? I don't. Gotta have headset overheats me. My head just gets tired. Like, my ears just get tired of having shit on them. Like, the actual muffs. Like, my headset's really comfortable, but at the same time, I just get tired of having stuff on my head. Gotta have the Dyson air accelerator next to me when I came with the headset. We call it a Dyson fan. The Dyson fan will come after us. Oh, is it one of the little, like, tunnels that creates wind through magic? Ugh. Probably celebrate the new Rick and Morty episode of the new JoJo game. It's not a new game, though, is it? Because JoJo Battle All-Stars or whatever, it's just like a remastered version with some extra characters of like the PlayStation 3 game? Something like that? All right. But now, we're going to start moving into our reactions. JoJo's a re-release with more characters. That's what I thought. The way that these work is that I will read an intro off of my head, we'll check out a trailer, we'll talk about the trailer, and then when it's just time for us to go, or I feel like it's time to wrap it up, I'll read an outro off my head, we'll make faces. The faces get used in the thumbnail, rinse and repeat. We do these live on stream for a more interactive and dynamic experience, both for myself as the content creator and for people that'll be watching it later on YouTube, and it's something fun for us to do as a community. We're going to be moving forward in our content schedule in terms of our we'll still be maintaining our normal schedule of Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday for the days that we stream, but instead of doing reactions on the beginning of the streams on Tuesday and Thursday, we're actually going to push all of the reactions onto Sunday today. So we'll be focusing solely on gameplay on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll be doing Power Couple with Athena Latina on Fridays, and then doing reactions on Sunday, and we'll be doing more of them. Because we'll have to do at least 7 to maintain the 1 reaction on the YouTube channel a day, and I actually want to increase that up to maybe even 14 being recorded so that there is 2 a day, because I'll tell you what, we are falling behind. There's so many games being announced and trailers and crap. We didn't even get all the way through the shit from Summer Games Fest, and then they were like, by the way, Gamescom, and I'm like, oh shit, Gamescom, there's a bunch of announcements at Gamescom, and then they're like, by the way, Tokyo Game Show's in like a week and a half, and I was like, fuck, Tokyo Game Show's in a week and a half. Oh yeah, and there's gonna be a Nintendo Direct in September, and a PlayStation State of Play in September, and you got the Ubisoft Connect showcase coming in September, and now Disney, fucking Disney just announced like, oh yeah, we're gonna have our own freaking showcase of Disney themed and Marvel games on the 9th, and I'm like, fuck. Fuck. Twitch messed up this year. Gift subs are not discounted for September. September this year sucks. I don't think it's that they messed up. I think they were hoping to get a little couple extra dollars. But Ubisoft being a competition with EA, who could be more asshole company. Ubisoft's winning right now. If we're talking about who's worse right now between Ubisoft and EA, unfortunately, Ubisoft is winning. As much as that sucks. As much as that sucks to say. Because EA, you know, we can still go with the whole meme of like, yeah, the rest of the game cost an extra $19.99 3 different times. They've moved away from that a lot, with the exception of their sports titles. Like FIFA and Madden, of course, are still shitty. Although they lost the Madden license, which is wild to me. But if you don't look at EA's sports games, all of the rest of EA's games that they've been releasing have been like in the last 4 years. In the last 4 years specifically. Basically since Battlefront 2. They've learned a lot, and we're getting some like decent games and even single player games from EA now. And I'm like, all right, EA, I see you. Where Ubisoft is like, yeah, we're sexually assaulting our staff, and we have the most horrendous predatory microtransactions in our single player games. Would you like to buy temporary XP boosts and XP coins in Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Excuse me? Yeah. No. Oh, fuck. Ubisoft used to hear my Prince of Persia say the time came for X. Yeah. Saw a screenshot where someone zoomed in on the stands in FIFA. They had textures for the last year or so. Oh, that's happened. That's happened for like 6 years. FIFA and Madden are always just asset flips. Every year. Every year. Ubisoft DRM will eat your processor and will charge you for it. Oh, still have a 4-core processor? Too bad. Denuvo will slow it to a crawl. And it won't matter anyway because people have broken Denuvo day one for the last, like, 4 years. Denuvo had one good year. One good year where the Denuvo software encryption was like, we couldn't get through it. We couldn't figure it out. And then as soon as they figured that out, they never had a good one again. And every single piece of Denuvo was always cracked within like a week. Oh yeah, well, there's always a weird game. One per year that can't be cracked. But it's never like a big title, right? Like I remember it took them forever. It was like Just Cause 4 or whatever that they're like, we just can't get through this fucking Denuvo encryption for Just Cause 4. And everyone's like, really? Who's even trying to do Just Cause 4? I don't know. We just can't get through it. So many people are working on it now, strictly because we want to find the truth. Like, why can't we crack it? And then you get a game like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they're like, we had it cracked and released before they did. Like seriously. Assassin's Creed Origin was also a major curb, yeah, but yeah, but then you got the games that they are available on those websites before the game is released. They're like, hey, Denuvo, you fucked up on this one. Your encryption was 2 + 2 = fish. You don't think we know that joke and meme? Fuck you. Like, anyway, should we start checking out some trailers? Ugh. The Quarry is a Denuvo game. 87 days still not cracked. I mean, so, you know, it's interesting, though, because most of the people that I know that wanted to play The Quarry all had it pre-ordered. So, you know, the demand for The Quarry being cracked might be a bit low. Just because the people that would have wanted it were like, oh, fuck it, I'll just buy it. Supermassive games, they're cool. Whereas Ubisoft, they're like, fuck you. I'll break your Denuvo encryption out of spite. Even if no one downloads it. Out of spite, I tell you. Alright, anyway. This is the wrong window. I mean, it's the right window, but it's the wrong window for what we're doing. Alright. Calm down, Final Fantasy. Chill out for a second. All right, everybody. I need to make a command for this. So just a note, if you are a subscriber, unfortunately you can't unlock it with the channel points, but if you are a subscriber, you can unlock that high YouTube swan. I thought you could unlock it with channel points. I was fucking wrong. We apparently had this conversation before. People were like, yo, we already told you this. I was like, oh, shit, well, my memory, fantastic. It's great. Yeah, but if you are a subscriber, you can put in that hi YouTube swan. Just say hi to YouTube because we're going to get all jumped up and started. Nintendo Treehouse be like, gosh, I sure love Nintendo games. Let's pretend to have a casual conversation while I read the script. Yeah, we did a reaction to the Nintendo Treehouse for Harvestella, and there was two girls and a guy on there, and I really wish they actually would have just let the two girls do what they wanted. But it was clear that they had a very specific amount of time, since the treehouse for Harvestello was like 30 minutes almost exactly. And the whole time the guy is like trying to get the person playing to go do a thing. And I don't blame her at all. It is literally like a standard Square Enix action RPG mixed with Stardew Valley. Like, we're just going to take like I'm trying to think of which one I want. Like, we're just going to take, like, man, there's too many games that came to mind for me to be like, this one. But we're just going to take a nice traditional action RPG. We're going to take Final Fantasy 15 and put it in Stardew Valley, and we're just going to have a good time. And so the people talking and playing were like, yeah, I want to show you this. Look how cute this is. Blah, blah, blah. This is all nice, and this and that and that and this. And it was like, yeah, this is nice. And he's like, and we should go look for our friend. Go find your friend. And I was like, poor guy. He's like, we're on a schedule. Please. All right, anyway, let's go. Let's do this. Let's get started. Greetings and salutations. My name is MichaelSchwahn, and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out Saint Kotar. Everything from its initial announcement to its latest announcement about being available on consoles. It's not actually out on consoles yet, but it will be soon. So if you end up liking this game, if you have access to a PC or a Steam Deck or whatever, this game is actually already out on PC. Is it a point adventure? It is a point-and-click adventure horror game, which is the reason that I'm very interested in it, because when I think of point-and-click adventure, I think of like The Adventures of Monkey Island, right? Whereas this is a horror-themed point-and-click adventure game, which makes me curious how this functions, because when I think of horror games that aren't just trying to like jump scare you, right? A lot of it ends up being like a direction focused on suspense and almost like a thrill type scenario where you don't know if you're going to make it or not. And you can even take this from everything from like larger, bigger budget horror games, things like, you know, Condemned or Alien Isolation, down to smaller themed horror games like Little Nightmares or Limbo, right? And generally, pacing and presentation allow those things to be stressful, to increase your anxiety levels, and for you to be scared in one way or another, because you got a big giant spider chasing you. You don't want to be eaten by the creepy monster, or you're just surrounded by crazy psychopaths. But point-and-click adventure games generally aren't stressful in that way, because they'll present you with a scene, and then you point and click your way around, and you find things within that scene. And so I'm curious what they're doing here to make a horror game that is a point-and-click adventure game. So we'll start with a teaser trailer, launch trailer, and then the console release date trailer, all right? So let's, wow, this teaser trailer is 30 seconds. You guys pulled out all the stops. All right, let's go. Got to get that dedicated 4K instead of auto, because auto is sometimes a lie.
I believe in God. God is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake.
Big Silent
Even though
Hill
I
vibes.
walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. For you are with me.
Oh, I mean, that looked, you know, lovely. 30 seconds, a true teaser. Yeah, I know. If I see trailers that are 30 seconds for this, and there's not
Nikolai,
more that I can grab,
tell me what
we do not
last
watch
night.
it.
Where's Victoria?
We get to wait for more.
Calm down, Benedict.
I am calm, but we both don't remember what happened here, and we both had horrible dreams. She may be my sister, but I don't know her anymore. What is this place? Why are we here?
Words are unnecessary.
Oh.
Light always reveals.
This
Oh.
is insane. My wife would never do harm to anyone, let alone join a cannibal cult.
Saborans is their name. Servants of the moon demons.
I knew
That
this
looked
place
like
was
us.
cursed the moment I
That looked
set
like the
foot in
dude
it.
we play as.
We must find that monster and kill him before he kills my dear wife and before he kills us all.
Look around. Can you smell death?
People assigned to protect us from evil have turned evil themselves.
Even God has given
I
up
like
hope
that
for
was
Sveti Kota.
looking at a police
Open your
officer-looking
eyes.
guy.
God will condemn you for leaving your sister to die here.
The moment you step out of here, your downfall into obscurity will begin. You need each other.
Nikolai! Answer me. What is true faith?
I feel like there's a lot of way for you to die in this game. Holy crap. Like, I feel like there was a whole bunch of death options. His voice sounded like his comedy. Joined a cannibal cult? Yuck, yuck.
Peggy
Oh,
and
man.
Dean.
I sure hope they don't gotta eat my liver.
Nikolai, tell me what happened last night. Where's Victoria?
Calm
Is this the
down,
same
Benedict.
trailer, just with a different
I
ending
am
for the
calm,
console
but we
releases?
both don't remember what happened here, and we both had
Yes.
horrible dreams. She may be my sister, but
I mean,
know her
I
anymore.
get it, right?
What is this
One was
place?
the launch trailer
Why
for
are we here?
PC. This is
Words
focusing on
are necessary.
consoles.
Light
But the fact that
always
they are
reveals
basically
This
exactly
is
the
insane.
same.
My wife would never do harm to anyone, let alone
They're also
join
very
a
far
cannibal
apart in terms
cult.
of time.
Saborans
One was
is
at
their
the end
name.
of 2021.
Servants of the moon
This one
demons.
was in the middle of
I knew this place was
2022.
cursed the
You
moment I
know?
set foot in it.
But
Please
at the
find
same
that
time,
monster and kill him
means we're not going
before
to see
he kills
anything
my
new
dear wife
here.
and before he kills us all.
Look around. Can you smell death?
People assigned to protect us from
Wait,
evil
this is just
have
Mandy.
evil
Fortunately, I've
themselves.
not seen that. Heard it was really good
God
though.
has given up hope for Sveti Kota.
Okay, you know, so
Open your eyes.
here's the thing with
God
this, right?
will
Is
condemn
that
you for leaving
this
your sister
looks,
to die here.
in terms of the art direction, the presentation is really good, but it does not answer my question of how do you do a point-and-click horror game? Because we've seen some good-looking scenes, right? Like, the general vibe and everything here is definitely concerning on, like, a overall scale, right? Like, it looks worrisome, for lack of a better description. This game is rated 18, goddamn. Anyway, so it definitely has that aura of a horror game, but I want to know how this game presents itself in terms of making you horrified in one direction or another when it is a point-and-click adventure game. Because, I mean, I guess, you know, with a point-and-click adventure game, you could technically put a timer on it and be like, you got to click around this room in 3 minutes if you want to not die to the spikes that are coming down from the ceiling. So I guess, you know, you're not actually limited in that capacity, that you could just do that, but I'm sad that they didn't show off a little bit more of the actual gameplay. I felt like everything was really, really focused on providing the setting and the tone, which it's a good setting and it's a good tone, but I would have liked to see a little bit more of the substance of, like, what you might be doing. Because I feel like that's a lot of things that a lot of games, especially in the current gaming market, don't do often enough or well enough. They'll want to show off some flashy things, get across the general tone and vibe of their game, and then they just don't show anymore. And for me, it's like, there's so many games coming out. Just because a game looks good, I need you to make me want to play it, not just because it looks good from a tone or art direction. I want you to show me that the game is going to be entertaining to play. And that's a big one right there. So, yeah. Anyway, that's Saint Kotar. We can call walking to the next room and area gameplay. Well, that would make me think of a walking simulator. So, I don't think it's that, because they self-describe it as a point-and-click adventure game, which means that in some of these areas, you know, we'll just take this one, like, you realistically in this area should be able to point and click. If this isn't a cutscene anyway, you should be able to point and click and get information or interact with things. Like, maybe be able to click on this balcony and get some information of something there. You know, click on a window, like maybe you'll see smoke coming out of it, and you'll be like, oh, there must be somebody over there. Maybe that's the kitchen. You can like check in this bush here and find a key or something, or you can go interact with the door. But until you explore around the screen to find what stuff you can and can't interact with, you know, it just really depends. Like if this is another scene here, you know, you can obviously walk up here and talk to this guy. You can maybe try this door. You could maybe click on the pews and maybe find like a note that someone left. You can go into this confession booth here, and maybe if you go into the confession booth, you find, you know, somebody left something in there and there's something in there. You could probably go up here and pray or something like that for different interactions and different discoverables in the area for a point-and-click adventure game. But I just don't know what this we didn't see any of that is the problem, and I really wish that we could have in some capacity, because I think that would have helped a lot in terms of the general overall feel and presentation for it, because ultimately you're trying to sell a game. So they showed gameplay at all? Thought this was all cutscenes and shots of walking around between areas. We don't know. I'm guessing that there was I didn't get the impression, outside of a couple of still images, that this game really has any cutscenes. Not that will cut you into a new presentation. I think everything is presented largely within the game engine. So that's a pretty important piece there. They're scared to show off the pointing and clicking. I mean, maybe. I mean, that's just one of the things, is that a point-and-click adventure game is not exactly gripping, right? It's not like showing off a game where you see someone dashing around, cutting people up and doing all these cool action shots and stuff like that, right? Where you're like, yeah, I want to do that, you know? So I get it on that aspect, but I think you should have shown at least a little bit. It didn't need to be a lot, because obviously you're not going to be able to like show off anything crazy unless you like really tried to reinvent the idea and format of a point-and-click adventure game. But I really wish they would have shown off a little bit of it. Although, can I also just point out that whoever did the art for this logo, that's good. Using the frickin' cross and the cross to form the T, and it extends up to form the I in Saint. It's a really fucking good logo. This is genius. Whoever did this, you're fucking genius. But anyway, so what did you think about it? You watching right now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you already played this? Like I said, this game is out on PC. It has been since October of 2021. So you might have already played all the way through it, and you can give us an insight onto what you think about it. This didn't cross my radar until the console release date trailer showed up, and I was like, what's that? That looks like it could be neat. So yeah, leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you haven't played it, what do you think about it? Does it appeal to you? Are you curious about it? I'd love to hear from you. If you want to keep with the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week: Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. I realize that there's something else I need to do at some point. I have this stream deck here, and I need to set it up so that I can hit a button and make all these graphics move, just not be visible for a moment. Because one of the things that I do a lot when I'm doing my face for the thumbnail is I'm conscious about like where I'm cutting into on my shoulder. I've learned with Photoshop how to fix it if I do cut into it, but I'm always just a little conscious about it, and I shouldn't. It is distracting for me to be conscious about that, when instead I should just be focusing on trying to get the right face. So anyway, yeah, so that's Saint Kotar. What are we looking at on the battle? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We'll wait and run this battle. I mean, shit, while we're waiting to run this battle, I'll just do that right now. I'll just do what I just said that I should do. What is this button? That's for that. That's for that. Okay. I really need to redo some shit on the Stream Deck. as just like in general as a whole, but you know, one thing at a time. Let's we'll get rid of this button for now. Delete this button. Yes. All right. OBS. Source visibility. Actually, hang on. I'll have to do it as a multi-action. Create multi-action. Source visibility. Schwahn primary. Scene. React. Source. Central monitor. It might actually need to be a multi-action switch. Yeah, it's going to need to be a switch. Where's the button that will DoorDash some nachos? I don't have that button. Multi-action switch. Source visibility. Source. React. Nested scene. Hide. Okay, and then the other button will turn them back on. All right. Hide. Show. It's not the cleanest, but it's okay. It doesn't actually matter. You can also tell that I'm hiding where my camera ends with my graphics. Oh no! It's all falling apart. You're seeing behind the scenes. I've been lying to you the entire time. My camera actually ends just beyond that little wall there. Cameras don't end. You don't lie. Cameras don't end. Why would you think that? That's ridiculous. You're ridiculous. You should know better. Yeah, you thought you could lie like we wouldn't know? They know. They know. They know. You thought you could lie and pretend like you had hair? We all know that you're bald underneath those hats. Fucking liar. Jeez. How dare you? Oh, are we gonna lose? There's a very good chance that we're gonna lose. It's fine. Oh man, water's so good. Here, you need a thing. Oh man, we lost. Shucks. Be all right. Oh, I finished the Berserkers. We need to place bombers and get assists from tanking. All right, what is this? All right. We'll try and get some of those tanking assists then. Place units, everybody. But yeah, water's so good. I just love water, man. All right. On to the next one. I don't know if she's lurking or not, but this one will be important to Athena. Ooh. Stretch out the legs a little bit. Yeah. All right. All right. Remember, everybody, if you want to drop them, we got the YouTube Schwahn, so you can say hi to YouTube. We're going to jump into the next one. All right. Ooh, crunchy. Greetings and salutations. My name is MichaelSchwahn, and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out Layers of Fears. I question their decision to name this game as such, because there is Layer of Fear 1 and 2, and instead of just calling it Layers of Fear 3, they're calling it Layers of Fears. And when it comes to naming anything that you want to release, you gotta keep in mind search engine optimization. SEO is really important if you want people to find your stuff, right? Another example recently is that there was the sequel to Lords of the Fallen, which was created many years ago as a Souls-like game. It was back in 2013. They announced their sequel called The Lords of the Fallen. You're just asking for people to not understand what the hell your game is, because people are going to search the Lords of the Fallen, and they're going to get shit for that game back in 2013. And you're going to have people trying to search Layers of Fears, and they're going to be finding shit about Layers of Fear 1 and 2. Now, like, both of those are, I guess, kind of okay, because they're still finding your product. But if you're wanting people to find your new product, like, I don't feel like this is a good marketing call, but whatever. You guys named it. We'll see what it looks like, I guess. So, yeah. So, Layers of Fear, they are a series of first-person horror games that they're spoopy and concerning and scary, and yeah. So, the series continues. So we both have the official reveal trailer as well as the official Gamescom trailer. The reveal trailer is from Summer Games Fest back in June. Gamescom was from August. So let's get started.
Someone once said insanity runs in our family.
Oh, goody.
Let it run.
Gotta make sure that piano doesn't go anywhere. Oh, no shit. I was trying to make a joke about the piano being chained up and the fucker runs away.
Trapped in a place beyond redemption. It's a lie. This is a story of my fear, pain, and hatred.
You have a fear of rats? Reasonable.
My loneliness, and it is mine.
Oh, shit. A psychedelic horror chronicle.
All this misery, all this suffering. There was no other way.
Prepare for a new experience.
You really shouldn't have.
Made in Unreal Engine 5.
Empty shell cannot live forever. It cannot live at all.
I was trapped in this house, bound by this body. Now, I break free.
I gotta say, the background music to that was really, really good. That was really good. Okay, so this is the official Gamescom trailer. Let's see what happened in 2 months.
My very first memory is that of hitting a piano key. pure joy at the immediate response to my action. And then, a surge of power as I realized that the piano would do what I wanted it to. What is left of it now?
Now I see it.
I will never be like one of his paintings.
Whoa, yeah, I don't want to be like that
But
painting.
I can
Holy
make the
shit.
paintings be like me. Scarred, broken, hidden from the world, imprisoned in this house.
I know what must be done.
I want out.
Oh, you know. If the SWAT team shows up, sir, we got an Akira situation here. Man, let me just say, I've recently started using these in-ear monitors, and you can already get a pretty decent anxiety response from me with a good heartbeat sound. It's already pretty good, but when that heartbeat is happening like inside my head, oh Jesus Christ. Whew. So, anyway, that was Layers of Fears. I still disagree with your name, but your presentation was really, really good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. You know, it's interesting because there's a lot of different games, especially horror games, that they'll focus on different points and types of horror as like a focus of what they're trying to use and like imagine as part of like the horror vibe, right? And this can be like, for instance, like there's some games that a whole bunch of the game revolves around mannequins, because mannequins can be creepy as fuck, right? You're like, oh yeah, Uncanny Valley style stuff, right? And that's perfectly fine. Or like dolls, like children's dolls, you know. But there's lots of like you can make, and people have made entire horror games centered around a single item, right? Or a single concept, or a single presentation of a realm, a subgenre of horror. And they kind of did something similar here, at least with what they're presenting, which is the chains. Both of these, there was such an emphasis on chains, and it has purpose, both in terms of storytelling, because this is, you know, a psychological horror thriller experience, and the character that we're playing as is feeling chained down. They are literally locked inside their house. They feel chained to their piano, chained in their room, chained upstairs. They feel imprisoned and thus chained, which is fine, right? But it's interesting with how many chains there are, to where the chains in these trailers, the chains not just feel like a cage, but feel like a spider's web that has you trapped inside, which is just obviously the point. Like, that is definitely the intention, and it comes across really well. It's cool and creepy and unsettling. And like, chains are a long horror thing, you know, especially like the sounds of dragging chains and stuff like that. But it's different here in the way that the chains are presented, and it's just cool to see a new, it's probably not new, like I'm gonna be like, a new approach to how to present something in a scary way, and then people will be like, here's 4 examples of the ways that chains have been presented in scarier ways than this, and I'm like, well, I didn't know those existed. But anyway, it was cool. I have not played Layers of Fear 1 or 2. My wife has, and I watched portions of her playing them. These games look creepy as hell. And I'm sure I will encourage her to play this one, and I'll watch her play it and be like, oh, yeah, that looks horrible and terrifying. I'm gonna have nightmares later. Yay! So, yeah, you know, the image you paused on looks like the last thing a schizophrenic drew. Oh, that I saw on Reddit. I think I've seen that image, actually, of a dude that was, you can actually look up a series of paintings that he did while his schizophrenia was getting worse and worse and worse. But, and, you know, it's interesting because that's also part of what's happening in these trailers is something about whoever has the main character locked inside is a painter, where the person that's locked is a musician. And I don't know if the paintings have magical effects or supernatural effects or anything like that, but it's definitely present all the same. So that is what I'm going to call Layers of Fear 3, which, sure, it's not as, like, fancy of a name as Layers of Fears, but it makes a lot more sense when you already had Layers of Fear 1 and Layers of Fear 2. Yeah, so just a word of advice from a no-name YouTuber. Your search engine optimization for Layers of Fears, even when I was double-checking for making sure there wasn't additional trailers for this game, let me tell you, wasn't great, because there was stuff for Layers of Fear 1 and 2 intermixed in between. Sure, it's all still the same game, but it shouldn't be that way. It's not optimal. But anyway, what did you think? What did you think about Layers of Fears? Did you play the first one, either of the first two games? You don't need to play them in order. I can tell you that. You won't need to have played Layers of Fear 1 or 2 to be able to play this one. Maybe that's why they made the name change. The name made the choice on the name is so that people didn't think they needed to play 1 and 2 in order to play what is effectively 3. I don't know. But regardless, if you've played them or if you haven't, what do you think about this one? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week: Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Hi, Athena. It's okay, Athena. It's okay. You know what it means? It means that you get to be a really excellent YouTube comment. Like, that's what that means. You get to be an excellent YouTube comment. Also, so fun little fact, right? So we got these little LED switchers in the back, okay? Which, you know, I like these little LED switchers in the back. However, anyway, so obviously I try to talk to the camera, right? I try to look at the camera, talk to the camera. The times when the only times that I try to not look at the camera is if I'm watching the trailer or if I'm checking chat, right? One of these two, because I got chat in 3 places, actually. I got chat here, here, and here. But anyway, so if I'm not looking here and I'm not checking chat, I try to look at the camera, because it helps with, like, watch time and stuff like that, and it's just more professional and stuff. However, these little lights back here, I can see both of them in the camera, and they look like itty-bitty little eyes. They look like little itty-bitty eyes, and it's just like, you stare into the void long enough, and it might just stare back at you. I want to be on crotch chat. You're on the wrong streaming platform. Are you? Somebody just got banned off of Twitch only for 1 week. They just got unbanned, and they got banned for literally having sex on stream. So, like, are you on the wrong channel? Not wrong channel. Yeah, you're on the wrong channel. But are you on the wrong platform? Damn it, Athena, that's fucked up. This section was off camera. It's all good. Oh yeah, you know, you could see it in the reflection of the window. I saw the clips and screenshots. Don't you worry. Therefore, she gets a pass, apparently. Whatever. I don't actually care that much. It's not a matter of that it happened. The biggest problem is the lack of consistency with the way that Twitch treats everything on their platform. Oh, so that's what you look at when it comes to Twitch. Every time. Amaranth tier 3 sub. Not true. Not true. Anyway. How we doing on time? 13 minutes. What a great amount of time. On to the next one then. On to the next one. Athena, but me, on the other hand. You know, I don't blame anybody that wants to follow Amaranth for whatever reason that you want to follow Amaranth, because you cannot fault her grind. And I'm not talking about of the naughty kind. I'm talking of the professional business kind. She just bought all kinds of assets, and I'm not talking about assets, okay? People were giving her shit because she bought a gas station. She bought a gas station that had a car wash attached to it. She paid like $8.1 million to buy the gas station and the car wash. And she's like, one, why the fuck do you people care? And two, I did the numbers. I'm going to be making profit on that $8 million in 4 years, because that's a very busy gas station car wash. It makes a little over $2 million a year, so I'll make all of my money back and be profiting in 4 years. Fuck you! And I'm just like, I'm okay. I can't argue with you. A gas station, that's an interesting purchase. So, obviously, it takes money to make money, for the most part. In 99.8% of circumstances, it takes money to make money. But what I have heard is the best way to make a lot of money, if you can buy one, is to buy a storage unit complex. Because people will spend $150 a month to have a storage unit to store their crap in there. They're extremely low maintenance. If anybody does fuck some shit up, repair costs are pretty damn low, because they're just garages. And if somebody doesn't pay you, you just auction off all their shit. So, like, that's the one that I've heard, like, multimillionaires be like, yeah, biggest money for me, storage units. Even bigger than my rental properties, fucking storage units. And I'm like, okay, I can't argue with you. All right. I'm not going to follow that cat thrower. I just saw that comment last breeze. How dare she? How dare she get the cat off of her desk and toss it onto her bed? It's a cat. I've seen cats sprint at people asking to be, like, hurled across the room because they thought it was fun. Storage unit is great because you don't have to buy anything. You just rent little rooms easy. And that was the idea. Like, you buy it, and then it's just damn near free money. And I was like, man, I hate society. All right, on to the next one, though. Let's stop talking about the disgusting capitalist hellscape we live in and start talking about the disgusting capitalist hellscape that wants us to buy shit that we might actually enjoy. I'm here. Remember, everybody, you can put in a little YouTube swans to say hi to YouTube. All right, here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is MichaelSchwahn, and welcome to the channel. Guess what we're actually got for you, and today we're checking out some more trailers around Honkai Star Rail. We actually did a reaction to the initial reveal of Honkai Star Rail, oh god, like 4 or 5 months ago when it was initially revealed. What is time? I don't remember. I swear we watched that a couple of days ago. But as this game gets closer, it has had a couple of closed betas. I did sign up for those. immediately after we watched the initial trailer, I was like, this looks fucking great. I want to play it. I did not get chosen for any of those closed betas, much to my own dismay. But eventually the game will just be out, and you can't deny me this, MiHoYo. You won't block. Oh, I guess they actually could. They could totally deny it to me. They have a lot of my information, but that's not the point. So Honkai Star Rail is one of the latest games coming from MiHoYo, the creators behind the now like massive success of a game known as Genshin Impact that I believe everybody and their dog has at least tried. If you haven't, don't. But as well as Honkai Third Impact, I do recommend actually trying Honkai Third Impact. It's a pretty decent experience, and you can play through the whole story without spending any money. I don't necessarily feel like that is the case with Genshin Impact. Regardless, that's a different conversation. Honkai Star Rail is a future-based, like kind of a sci-fi themed game. It is going to have gacha, because that's just MiHoYo's thing, but it is a turn-based RPG, and I was like, what? Turn-based RPG, turn-based, like I like turn-based good. I like turn-based. Yeah, so that initially hooked me. Also, like one thing that I will say, MiHoYo, they have such a recognizable graphic style, and people are like, it's just generic cel-shaded anime. It's good generic cel-shaded anime. Screw you. And also, on top of that, like, have you seen most of the other games that are coming out on mobile? They look like crap. Especially these gacha games, man. These gacha games, so many of them, you are paying $30 for a JPEG. And, like, maybe a little animated papercraft character that's animated using cheap-ass 15-year-old twinning methods, okay? I don't condone MiHoYo's business strategy. I hate gachas. It's predatory and it exploits people's gambling addictions. But at least you get something that you can actually play with and thirst over. I see all you Genshin Impact nerds. I don't blame you. I may have quit just because I couldn't get Jean to pop up in a gacha. Anyway, moving forward in this conversation. So yeah, Honkai Star Rail, latest game for MiHoYo. It's a turn-based RPG. It's going to be on mobile and PC. Let's check out the story trailer and the latest cinematic trailer. We can talk some more about it. I'll just shut up.
Listen. You are in a daze right now.
Damn right I am.
Who you are, why you're here, none of that matters.
A little close.
In the future, you will encounter many perils. You will meet companions who treat you like family and embark on unimaginable adventures.
Man, MiHoYo's got their art direction locked down so good. All of their shit, like, if you just don't like it because it's not your vibe and style, totally understand. But if you do like it, which I like it, man, it's so fucking good. She is not in a stasis tube. She touched us just now, Last Breeze. You calm down. She touched my boob.
The souls of honored guests. Welcome aboard the Cienjo La Fool.
Coming soon. Coming soon. That's not now. Yeah, no touchy. No touchy. You didn't get Gene. I got 3. Please take one. I can't, okay? I can't. I got a whole bunch of other 5-star characters that I didn't want. This was back during launch, and I don't remember any of those names anymore. It was like Jingling, and I can't remember what the little girl who's a fire character as well that everyone really wanted really bad when she came out. I can't remember her name at all. But I got her as well, and I got a couple other 5-star characters, and I was like, that's great! None of the ones that I want! Klee, that's it. Thank you, Cerulean. Yeah. Anyway, so here's the cinematic trailer, known as the Nightmare trailer. That's perfectly fine, Eve. I totally understand. If you won't touch it because it's gacha, like, I get it. I do. Because I'm one of the people that it unfortunately fucking works on, and I hate it.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
This trailer is louder than
you are not one of them, Jinyuan. You are one of them.
The Xianzhou is in danger. This man, he...
The train is about to make the jump. Hold on, everyone.
It wasn't until this very exact moment that I put together that it's called Star Rail because there is a space train. Of course, I feel like that's also one of the first times out of the trailers that we've watched anyway that we've actually gotten the implication that there's a literal star train. Like, I'll admit, I did not notice this train in the logo, right? I saw, like, the half moon in the background of, like, a planet or a moon or whatever it is, and my brain was just like, it's space! This is probably a rocket or some shit. Nope, it's a fucking train. I know you can see it in the logo, but I was not paying attention. I took the, like, generic Final Fantasy looking logo and read the text of the actual name of the game, was like, Star Rail, cool, all right, cool. What's a Star Rail? Is it like some sort of, like, space cannon? No, dumbass, it's a space train. Okay. Roll perception. Oh, man, I fail those by default. I'm not allowed to make perception checks anymore, or at least not be trusted with them. So, you know, I'm sure I could find it, presuming that the closed betas weren't under NDA, which they're closed, so they might have been. But I do hope that we get a gameplay trailer at some point. I know that they probably won't communicate as much of the gameplay for Star Rail because it is a turn-based RPG, whereas, like, MiHoYo has another one of these games coming out soon. It's called Zenless Zone Zero. And it is a action RPG, and it is much more narrow, so it's not going to be the open world Breath of the Waifu that Genshin Impact is. It's going to be more of the closed, focused gameplay environments the way that Third Impact was. And they've been showing off a decent amount of gameplay for Zenless Zone Zero. We did a reaction to that as well, but it's action combat, so it's flashier, it looks better, it's cooler and stuff like that, right? Whereas, like, to some people, like, I enjoy turn-based combat, but to some people, they fall asleep during it, and I get it. I understand. Different strokes for different folks. And I also understand that it might not be the easiest thing to present in a flashy and exciting way, but I really hope that we get, like, a good presentation of it, and I don't either just have to wait and see it for myself. I don't mind if I have to, but I'd prefer to actually get, like, an actual, like, showcase of it, or have to just go look up somebody who played in one of the betas. But either way, you know, it is what it is, and it is Honkai Star Rail. And I really like the look of this a lot. I really do. Like, Zenless Zone Zero, I don't understand why that game is being made outside of they just wanted to reignite the people that were into Third Impact, because Third Impact is now 6 years old. So, you know, we can build that idea back up into something, into a new product that you can get people to gamble all over the place, all over on new characters and a new gacha and stuff like that. So maybe that I just answered my own question. That's the reason why. But, you know, Third Impact was this action RPG. Genshin Impact was this open world Breath of the Waifu game. And then we have Star Rail, which is a turn-based RPG. So they're all very different games, right? And Zenless Zone Zero is its own thing out on the side. And so I do like that they're diversifying pretty significantly within their, so while still staying within their design style, within their art direction and stuff. I also really like space opera style games because there's just so much you can do in a space style game. Like, I'm a big fan of medieval fantasy, high fantasy settings as well, right? But there's not a whole lot of variance of creativity that you can do within your design space, not necessarily within gameplay, but actually within environmental presentation. And so that's what makes space cool. Like, you can even do high fantasy in space and you get some really grandiose presentations because that space is limitless in terms of what's possible, because we don't fucking know what's out there, right? There could be anything out there. So I want old school turn-based combat, not the 2.5D version of turn-based combat. What do you mean? You mean like the 2D HD? That shit's cool though. Like Octopath Traveler, that shit's really cool. Star operas have some serious potential for grand scenes and stories. Space makes for a good canvas because it's the ultimate blank canvas, right? The only thing that you really, for the most part, need to maintain is space is the stars. Like, other than that, you can damn near get and go wherever you want with it. So, yeah. But what did you think? Let me know what your thoughts are about Honkai Star Rail. I'd love to hear from you. If you played in the closed betas and you're allowed to share information about it, because there might have been an NDA, I don't know. I'd love to hear from you. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're interested in this, if it's your first time seeing it, what are your thoughts on Honkai Star Rail? If you've, I know you've probably seen things about Genshin Impact, but whether you've played it or not, how are you feeling from that game into this one? How are you feeling about MiHoYo or the HoYoverse? Leave your thoughts, again, down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Okay. No, I mean, you know how 2.5D was a thing a lot between 2D and 3D games, and usually it was worse quality than sticking to either, and I was referencing that. Do you have an example of what you mean by a 2.5D turn-based game? No, I did not watch either of those, Last Breeze. Those are the ones that they're doing a Kickstarter for, right? Penny Blood and Armed Fantasia? The double Kickstarter. Okay. I've not watched the trailers. I did look at the Kickstarter out of curiosity of how much the Kickstarter like cost to get one game and or both games, because I was just kind of curious about that, right? Of like, because sometimes Kickstarters, you can use a Kickstarter as a way to like essentially get access to a game like pretty early and for a pretty good price, but that's not the way it always works. And so I already went and checked. I didn't watch the trailer, though, because I wanted to check out the trailer for... Oh, are we dying again? I think we're dying again, y'all. I wanted to check out the trailer for... Oh, it's going to be real close. It's going to... nope, we got this. We got this. They can't kill Desolating's flying rogue. They're not going to make it in time. We got three people left. Good job. Jolly good work. 50 gold and 2 saints, either which can be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills going to Desolating, followed by Psy Icon. Moses is going to myself, followed by Athena Latina. Going random on the scrolls and the gold and 5. That was a close one. That was a super close one. But yeah, because sometimes Kickstarters you can get a really good deal on in terms of the price. It's not a very good deal to back those Kickstarters. And if you do, like, it in terms of, like, getting a discount, right? Like, and the studio that's making them already has money. And they're just kind of padding the project with the Kickstarter, which is perfectly fine, right? Larian Studios did that for both Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, and that's fine, right? It's one thing if you're like, hey, We could definitely use some extra funding beyond just what we have or what our publisher is giving us, and it will allow us to enable some extra features. I don't have an issue with companies doing that. And I feel like in terms of Kickstarters, from a consumer level, those are some of the safest Kickstarters you can go after, because it's already an established company that already has staff on hand, that's already working on the game and stuff like that. So if you're wanting to help get them to their funding goal, then it's one thing. But most of the time when I see those, unless there's like a really good Kickstarter bonus for being a Kickstarter backer, I normally don't back them, and I'm just like, I'll just get your game when it comes out. Because especially in instances like this one, there is no price advantage to backing it on the Kickstarter. Athena with the Saints, Bahunk with the gold. Like, you're not saving any money by backing it on the Kickstarter. So I will be... Wait a minute. Wait. I got 5 assists as a paladin, but only 3 of those 5 assists was from tanking. What? I don't understand. Whatever. I won't worry about it right now. It's fine. We'll just move along. Both games for $80. You say 40. Yeah. Yeah, they're at 1.2 million of their $700,000 goal. I believe a industry expert, I forget who it was, who was I listening to? Somebody was talking about that specific Kickstarter, and they said that they're realistically, with the projects that they're working on, their actual goal has to be closer to $2 million because of the size and scope and quality of the project. Now, like I said, they're probably padding some of their development costs with the either money they have or from a publisher, but the expert was like, there's no way that $700,000 is enough to make both of those games. So they're either hoping the Kickstarter will do better than $700,000, which it already did. It's up to 1.2 million. 25 days left. It could easily make it up to that $2 million mark, especially depending on if they do stretch goals and what those goals are. But yeah, so Final Fantasy games in general used to be that quite a lot. Dragon Age 2, there's another game you played recently that makes a lot of turn-based but also movement. I can't remember the life of me that game you did play through or react to, which I forgot. Do you mean like active turn-based games? Like, because like Final Fantasy, was it 6 that started active turn battles where there was a clock that was ticking? And so things could happen even while you're deciding what you're doing on your character's turn. Yeah, okay. Was Dragon Age 2 that way? I haven't played Dragon Age 2, so I don't know. I've only played Dragon Age Origins. There's another game you played recently that mixed a lot of turn-based but also movement. Parasite Eve? Parasite Eve was probably the one you're thinking of. Because your like movement mattered. And distance and positioning mattered in Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve is a really good game. Alright. On to the next one, shall we? Okay. I mean, distance positioning matters in AI the Somnium Files. Fair. That... All right, on to the next one. Wait. NASA, Capsule Corp. This is the new hat. Okay. I had to make sure. We've only done... No. I need a new hat, and I need a new shirt. I'll be right back. This is number 4. All right. Got to give the illusion. What is going on here? Got to give the illusion to YouTube that these weren't all recorded on the exact same day. In like, you know, the same 3-hour time window. All right. Here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is MichaelSchwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you. Today we are checking out, once again, Wanted Dead. And our relationship with this game, even though it isn't out yet, is strained. It is very strained. So this is 110 Industries that's making this game. A bunch of the people working on this game are former developers for the Ninja Gaiden franchise. And every time we've looked at this game, we're like, it's so blurry. That's one of the things that we've talked about in the past regarding this. I think this is actually our third time looking at Wanted Dead. And I think it's because part of me wants it to not look like shit, right? Part of me is like, man, former Ninja Gaiden devs, that's pretty sick. All right. Why does it look like ass? And so, and you know, part of it is like sometimes dev builds and stuff are rough, right? Like and it's not always bad for a trailer to showcase problems within the game's like operation, right? Like if you see frames dropping in a trailer, that's not inherently a bad thing. If you see some blur in a trailer, that's not inherently a bad thing, because if the that's the word I wanted a moment ago. If you are seeing performance issues in the trailer, it doesn't mean there's going to be performance issues in the game, but what it does mean is they are giving you a more authentic look at the game. They're not using like a pre-rendered set of gameplay to make it look perfect 4K 60 FPS where you're like, yeah, it's great. And then you end up seeing the game, you're like, why does it not look like that trailer that we saw? Why does it run so bad? So it's not inherently a bad thing, but it's consistently looked bad. And so I'm concerned. We have 2 trailers now. We have the Summer of Gailing trailer, which is the exclusive story trailer, and the official release date trailer. I feel like I remember seeing a release date in one of the other ones, but it was also like, I feel like we watched the trailer like that date has since passed. So, let's see if this game looks any better. We can hope.
Today, Dow Synthetics is launching.
This is the story trailer, so we might not get a ton of gameplay in this.
So we ran a few tests. DNA, retina scan, fingers, nothing.
Okay, this already does look better in just the fact that characters don't look like they're covered in a blurry edge. Things actually have texture to them and defined edges.
Cops don't wear sneakers.
I do.
She doesn't know, does she?
Please keep looking good.
What happens when she learns the truth?
Mix it with both hands, unless you have only one.
That was weird.
You feel pain?
Do you?
Violent protests continue.
Mistakes are being made. Sometimes it's not up to us.
Latest battle droid. Police.
Sometimes they wake you up, you know? With memories of yesterday.
Go.
Okay. Okay. That already looked immensely better than anything we'd watched for this game up to this point. Because, like, we can probably pause. Like, even this shot that we just randomly grabbed, like, So you see, now obviously they're trying to simulate like hyper curly hair because, you know, the individual is black hair. But so you see how his hair has this really blurry edge because it's meant to try and simulate hyper curly hair. And Matt, if you haven't seen the previous trailers of these, that super hyper blur along the top of his head, his armor would have looked that same way in those other trailers. It was the most blurry mess that you can possibly imagine. You see how blurry this dude is because he's in motion right now? Imagine just everything looking like that. Whereas we see our actual main character here who has like a defined edge to their body. It's amazing. It's insane. I wanted to, this was weird. Why was there, this is such a better screenshot. So we had gotten a screenshot similar to this one right here when we were trying to just look through the game, and it was, you couldn't find a still that didn't look like crap garbage. So I feel like I do remember a release date that was much earlier than even what today is. And I have a feeling, like we've been seeing with a lot of games recently, like we'll take Forspoken as an example, they've been pushing out games for the sake of optimization. Because some games are like, yeah, we're done. And everyone's, and I'm guessing behind the scenes, everyone's like, why does it look like crap? Why does it play bad? And it's like, well, because we haven't optimized it yet. You need to optimize it. We don't have time to optimize it. You now have time to optimize it. So that already looks immensely better. We actually have another trailer that has the release date. This video for the Summer of Gaming 2022 said Q4 2022. So we'll that should be relatively soon, but we'll see. We'll see.
What a pleasant surprise.
Oh my god, it looks so much better. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Sign this form and take your pill.
Whatever government programs you've got there going, I'm cool with this.
I'm also really glad that more studios are figuring out how to make eyes look like eyeballs and not look like soulless, shadowless, like wells of unfeeling robots.
It's a ambush.
I can go all night if you want me to.
Oh, I'm getting content matched right now, aren't I? Fuck. It's too late.
Don't just stand there. Operate.
Very cute.
Oh, space runway.
Censored. Oh, there's dancing mini games. Okay, when is it? Valentine's Day. You're adorable. You know, is that what it was? It was a Valentine's Day trailer that we watched. And it had all these like pink aesthetics and stuff, and I feel like that had a date on it that was not Valentine's Day 2023. But regardless, I'll take it. Especially because that means it's not in the next 4 months. Because holy crap, there's so many games coming out that I want to play, but that's not what we're talking about right now. Dead Eyes in video games takes a lot away from the realism they're hoping to create. Right, yeah, super. Because like, especially if like the skin texture looks really good, but the eyes are dead, it's just like, man, this is creepy. One of the most obvious examples, of course, is like, and we can slam on this game all day long, as Mass Effect Andromeda, but even since then we've seen the problem that Mass Effect Andromeda had with its like dead-eyed characters exist in other games from other companies, like Star Wars Fallen Order, really great game, highly recommend it. Dead Eyes, which just really takes away a lot of the emotion from the characters. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, really good visual looking game, hilarious, doesn't take itself seriously, it knows it's a camp fest. It's a great game, I highly recommend playing it, but again, the eyes are dead. And so like, while it doesn't matter very much in Stranger of Paradise, because that game is not trying to make you feel anything at all besides cringe and laughter, But in games that you're trying to have serious moments in, such as Mass Effect Andromeda, as well as Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, those dead eyes really kill scenes, and it's super unfortunate. And so even seeing what I'm going to put this in that AA category, because this is definitely not a AAA release, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with AA games. I love AA games. I recently played 2 AA games, both in the A Plague Tale Innocence and Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Those games kicked so much ass. Those games were fucking great. They were such solid 8 to 10 hour experiences. I fucking love both those games. Mostly just because, like, they're really high quality while in a nice compact presentation and case, and it works. It works really well. I like it a lot. And I'm feeling very similarly about this game. About, like, you're gonna notice where some corners got cut. You're gonna notice where the budget was a little bit tighter, but we got some really good quality. We got some good gameplay, and it's just not going to be a vast experience, right? But the general art direction and the quality of the textures and stuff in here, especially in the characters look really, really good. In a lot of these cutscenes, they got the eyes looking good. They like it looks nice. It looks nice. I'm so glad, because part of me wanted to like this game, especially because, like, I'm a sucker for strong, badass women. I'm such a sucker for that. You present me a game where the main character is femme presenting and beats ass, and I'm just like, I will give you my money. So I think that's part of why I wanted to like this game. The Ninja Gaiden games are badass. They're really enjoyable, and it's like, oh, former Ninja Gaiden devs, hell yeah, I'm down for that too. The only thing that I have a question of now, this is still pretty cinematic in terms of the actual gameplay that we're seeing. One of the things is, like, that's fine and well and all, but I want to see, you can literally make it 20 seconds of just straight ripped gameplay of somebody killing 3 dudes, right? Like, we see this cool cinematic shot where she's, like, dashing around and stabbing people and stuff, but that is nice for presentation, but it's completely different once you add in a HUD. Once you slap that user interface on there, where it's less of this cinematic presentation and more of a game, I just want to see it. I'm probably still sold on this, like, basically without question, especially now that it doesn't look like a blurry garbage fire and just looks like it could be a pretty decent, short, enjoyable, gritty action game. Like, I'm from, oh man, to, oh yeah, you know? So now I just want to just see just a little bit more. You probably already got my money. The price is a question, genuinely, because that's always a question for any game, but especially when we're looking at a game that I put into that AA category. But I think I was more bothered with the fish eyes in Fallen Order than I was with the dead eyes. That didn't help either, but yeah. So, Wanted Dead. It looks like a game now. It looks like a game now. I'm glad, instead of looks like a mistake. Went from oh man to oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm excited. All right, and I'm glad that I'm excited, because I wanted to be excited before and didn't feel like I could be. So, yeah, that's Wanted Dead. What did you think? Have you been keeping your tabs on this game? If you haven't, I understand, because this is one of those games that ends up getting announced, or it gets a trailer at a lot of, like, the major events, right? Like, I think this release date trailer was from Gamescom. The first trailer that we watched was from the story trailer was from the Summer Games Fest, or the Summer of Gaming, and then it gets slotted into those major events, right? But it's never one of the ones that people talk about. It's never one of the big reveals. It's never one of the big showcases. I feel like it's one of the ones that just kind of gets slid underneath a lot of the time, which is really unfortunate, because I don't like, well, okay, it wasn't unfortunate before. I feel like if it still does, that will be unfortunate, because I feel like, especially with these last 2 trailers, this game now deserves to have eyes on it, whereas before it hurt your eyes to look at it. So what are your thoughts? Have you been keeping up on it? What are your thoughts looking at it now? Put them down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Cerulean. Cerulean. All right, we can do the next one. We can do the next one. Hey, I didn't say play. I said full screen. Those are not the same. All right. Athena, are you ready to see another game that you're going to be playing soon? All right. If you got them, drop those YouTube swans in there, everybody. Say hi to the next YouTube video. We're just going to jump straight into it. All right, here we go. Ooh. 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 Cracky. Greetings and salutations. My name is MichaelSchwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are looking at Aliens Dark Descent, which real quick little side note, Focus Home Interactive is doing some work. I realize that Focus Home Interactive is primarily a publisher, but they're publishing a lot of shit right now, and that includes Aliens Dark Descent. I'm so glad to see this, by the way, because I don't know if you've seen it, but so Alien Isolation isn't that game from like 2014 now? Alien Isolation is largely considered to be one of the greatest single-player horror experiences that exist within video games. And it uses the xenomorph from Ridley Scott. Help me. Anyway, Alien franchise. There's a character named Ripley. I believe it is made by Ripley Scott. I am lost in my own brain now. Anyway, and everyone was like, oh man, all right, what are they going to do next? You want to know what the devs of Alien Isolation are making now? They're making a fucking Overwatch clone. They're making a hero arena shooter. It's called Hyenas, and nobody gives a shit because nobody gives a crap about anything at all in that genre anymore because it was oversaturated the moment that Overwatch started to get attention, and everyone looked at them and went, why the hell would you do that? And it's because, like, seriously, everyone was like, whatever you guys make next, if you're making it along the lines of Alien Isolation 2, and there was even rumors and shit coming out about, like, oh, they're making a first-person shooter, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, give me that first-person shooter horror experience and let me fight that fucking xenomorph that terrorized my ass all the way there through that fucking space station. Let me at him. Nope, they're making a cheesy-ass looking, garbage-looking hero arena shooter. It's fine, though. Don't worry. Focus Home Interactive and Tantalos Studios, is that your guys' name? Tandalos Interactive, are here to pick up the slack and fill that void. So, we now have Aliens Dark Descent, and I have heard that it looks great. I've not actually seen anything besides the screenshot of the xenomorph itself, which xenomorphs are fucking terrifying, so, you know, it was already spoopy, and here we go. Let's go. Oh, please be on Game Pass. I love Game Pass. I say that strictly just because of the Xbox logo. I don't know if it's actually coming to Game Pass.
Sergeant Leo Alvarez of the CM Leth Recon Squad. Our mission was to enter the Tantalus base, locate the ComSat relay, and bring it back online. We found the relay, but there was a problem.
Get that door closed now, Private. Close that gate. Nothing gets in here. Ray didn't make it.
At least he's in one piece.
Willis, take the lead.
Oh,
this ain't good.
Yeah.
What we found was a new kind of evil. And it found us first.
What the?
This wasn't human.
Retreat! Retreat!
Retreat faster!
Willis! Open fire! Go! Go! Go!
Oh, hell no! Oh, shit!
Through that door! Hold that door, Sergeant! Son of a...
I don't know what I saw in there. But I know when I close my eyes, I still see it. Now everyone's dead. And someone needs to know.
Okay, so we did get to see what kind of game it is. It kind of looks like Reactive Drop in terms of... in fact, I wonder if it's from the Reactive Drop devs, because that seriously looks like Reactive Drop. They made a game called Alien Swarm Reactive Drop. Developer Reactive Drop Team, so maybe not. Anyway. Okay, so it's not quite the game that I thought it was. Because it's more of a squad-based shooter. So what way that this will likely operate is that you can take control of one of these 4 characters, probably a multiplayer with up to 3 of your friends, and you're going to be trying to get through the space station, and you're going to be assaulted by xenomorphs and whatever those zombies are and stuff like that. So this might actually just be like, what does it say on here? You know, it says Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. I don't see... Well, this is actually on the Xbox YouTube page, so it wouldn't show if it was coming to PlayStation. It doesn't say it's coming to Game Pass, which is unfortunate. But, you know, all the same, that was a really good trailer. This isn't the style of game that I wanted it to be. It'll still be fun, but it won't be nearly as scary as it otherwise could be, just given because you're going to be pulled back. You'll definitely be concerned because you'll be like, oh my god, there's so many of them, please shoot them. Yes, use the rocket launcher right now, please, I beg of you. But it won't be the same blood chilling type of experience that initially I was thinking that it might be. Not upset, because it still kicks the shit out of hyenas, because not that I'm setting that bar real high. So Baldur's Gate, but with aliens. And guns. And guns. So, yeah, that is Aliens Dark Descent. That looks... great reveal trailer, I'm going to say. I don't have a whole lot else to say, really. Whoever directed that reveal trailer, good job. And yeah, damn Sergeant, says Athena. Yeah, damn Sergeant indeed. But, I mean, you know... I don't feel like the person, like, I'm gonna guess that the person that was giving the orders is the captain, that was saying hold that door and stuff like that. I realized that they were trying to, like, hold the back line, but there was also only, like, 3 of you. Why weren't you moving a little bit faster? Just asking for a friend. Friend being me, presuming I'm the sergeant. Why didn't you move just a little bit faster? There was a lot of them. Like, so, yeah, that's Aliens Dark Descent. That looks great. I'm ready to play it. Unfortunately, we cannot play it until next year, but that's fine. Got too much to play as it is. But, so what did you think? I'd love to hear from you. Like I said, I thought this might have been the devs behind Alien Swarm Reactive Drop. It apparently is not, unless they rebranded, renamed, or something like that. And it does give off very similar vibes all the same, and that's not a bad thing at all whatsoever. I played Alien Swarm Reactive Drop. It was a lot of fun. And this gives me very similar energy. So, yeah. And it, like, as I've already mentioned a few times, it kicks the shit out of hyenas. I'm not salty at all, I promise. Just disappointed. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can watch together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do go watch one of the other channels on the video, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. All right. We only got 2 more. Oh, man, I'm so good on the timing. Look at that. Oh, and it just went off. We're the best. Oh, man, there's a lot of them, and there's like 10 of us. This is going to go great. Oh, there's 11 of us. It's fine. I'm in danger. There's only 120 of them. All right, everybody, as long as you kill 11, we'll survive. I'm doing my best. I was distracted by the reactions. It's fine, Athena. I'm not. If we lose, it's not a big deal. Icon was holding that line for a long time, but I don't think it's going to be long enough. I'm doing as much as I can. Just one more throw. Let me at him. I killed 70. I killed 70. There was only 4 actual enemies left. There was only 4 actual enemies left. So, you know, all those other 32 enemies were all traps on the ground. We did pretty good. We did better than I expected looking at the numbers. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I can't place another bomber, but I can place a paladin to try to get some tanking assists. Some tanking assisteroonies. If only Athena had placed 1. You said it. You said it. Let me go complete some quests. Money! Anything else? No, just money. I need to place 1 more bomber. I need to kill another ranged unit. I need to earn 3 more assists from tanking. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Thanks, Athena. All right, 2 more reactions left. We got Witchfire, and then we have Splatoon 3. And Splatoon 3 is going to be a long, chonky boy, as just a heads up. As just a heads up. All right, so let's get into this. And also as a heads up, when we get into Splatoon 3, I'm going to move Stream Raiders off to my other screen because it's long enough that I will probably run 2 entire Stream Raiders battles while we're doing the Splatoon 3 reaction. So I'm going to have it up. I'm going to mute the battle ready sound, and I'm just going to run it while we're doing the reaction. It's just a heads up on that. All right. On the next one. Greetings and salutations. My name is MichaelSchwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out Witchfire. Now, Witchfire, from the screenshots that I've seen, looks to be a movement shooter, a boomer shooter, whatever you want to call them, another company's build and brand and take on a Doom-style video game. Not bad at all. Those games are a lot of fun, and we've been seeing more of these come forward, but what I'll say from the screenshots is that this one looks to have a... I don't want to say a higher level of quality, because the other boomer shooters that we've seen recently, they definitely had quality, but they were more of a retro style. Like, they were taking more from old school Quake, old school Doom, rather than taking from new school Doom, Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. And this game looks like it's trying to be closer to Doom and Doom Eternal, at least visually. We'll check on the gameplay in just a moment, rather than taking from that old school style. And so we have two trailers, one that is from December of 2017. That is this trailer that we have open right now in the window. This is the initial teaser trailer from 5 years ago. Holy shit, 2017 was 5 years ago. Chew on that for a second. And then we have the Summer of Gaming trailer that just came out a couple of months ago. So there's probably going to be a pretty considerable difference from one trailer to the next, but that's okay. We can see where the game came from and where it's gotten to. So please know. Understandable. Shh, it'll be okay. Oh, this already looks good. This is the quality that you had in 2017? Damn. Damn. I should also point out, this trailer's in 4K in 2017. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter? Wasn't that a walking simulator? Oh, damn, the ambience here is sick. Holy shit! Oh, I'm so glad I didn't see this in 2017. I'm so glad I didn't see this in 2017. I would have been pissed. I would have been so mad. I would have been so mad if I saw this in 2017. Not because it looks bad. It's because it looks good, and because I would have been sitting here in like 2121 being like, where the fuck is that game? I saw this game called Witchfire back in 2017, and I've not heard shit about it. Where the fuck is it? I would have been angry, right? I would have been upset. I'm glad I'm seeing this now. Hopefully there's a release window on the other trailer we're gonna watch, because otherwise I might be in that boat. Because there's other games that are like that, right? Like, most of them are coming from out of Psy Games. Like, oh crap, what is the name of it? Shit, I can see it in my head. It's Project something. Project Awakening, I think is what it's called. It's got a big Dark Souls vibe to it. They've been working on fucking Grand Blue Fantasy Relink forever. The game was supposed to come out in 2019. It is 2022. We still do not have that game. I don't actually think we even still have a hard release date for it. I think the release date is now just says 2023. Anyway, those are different games. We're here talking about Witchfire. So let's check out the Summer Games Fest trailer for Witchfire and hope that there's at least like a release window at the end of this. Oh my god, that looks so good. Oh, this looks so sick. The quality here The amount of visual quality, animation quality, the smoothness of it, it's so clean. Yeah, the environment work. Oh my god. It's gonna be on VR? I have no idea. We'll see if there's platforms at the end here. Early access soon, wish list now. Epic Game Store. Ouch! Ouch! Of all the things that could have been on this bottom thing, it's the Epic Game Store. I don't actually have a problem with the Epic Game Store personally, okay? Like I don't mind. It's never my go-to store whatsoever. My go-to store is Steam. Unless something on Game Pass, then I will happily go through the Xbox app on my PC to play it through Xbox Game Pass for PC. Epic Game Store is not my target ever. Epic Game Store launches Fortnite and nothing else. I guess Rumbleverse, but I still haven't tried Rumbleverse. But man, this looks good. Honestly, even if I was against the Epic Game Store, you might break my inhibitions and be like, oh, maybe just this once. After all, why shouldn't I play it? Like, oh my god, it looks so good. Like, I'm amazed at how good it looked 5 years ago, right? Like, even 5 years ago, the texture quality, the animation quality, the environment design, this looked really, really good 5 years ago. It looked incredible 5 years ago, and now it is mind-blowingly impressive. This looks so good. I want this for Lord of the Rings. No kidding. I don't care what you give these devs, as long as you give them the budget to do what they're doing with this. Like, I don't even care what the price of this game is, right? This could be a 6-hour experience, kind of like Doom and Doom Eternal. They're only like 6-hour games, right, in terms of the actual story and playing through them. This could be a 6-hour long game, and it could have a $70 price tag, and I would be fighting other people to throw money at you. That's how fucking good this looks. It looks so good. I would pay you to play a tech demo of this. It looks so damn good. So much of this. Look, I'm gonna fucking play it again. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna play it again because this looks so damn good. Look at the fucking the texture quality on this shit. Look at these leather straps on their freaking arm guards, man. Look at the scratches and the sheen in this gun. Look at the individual stitching on their freaking gloves. Oh my god. It looks so good. I am amazed at just how good this looks. This looks better than most big budget AAA fancy as fuck games that are coming out now, right? I've never even heard of these dudes. I don't know if these people have made anything else before. Like, look at the way the freaking symbols on the guns and shit glow the more you shoot, the freaking particle effects coming off the enemies, the way the guns fucking glow based on how much you use them. Holy crap, this looks so good. We got like BioShock meets Doom set in like a high fantasy hell on earth landscape. I'm so down. Also, like, we have a crosshair and hit confirmations, but there's no other UI. I wonder if you can't run out of ammo. So it doesn't matter if they show you how much ammo you have. I knew that this guy was here, so I wanted to just take a look at the enemies behind you. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, I'm so excited. That looks excellent. That looks great. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. It's so good looking. It looks fantastic. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's real good. I'm so impressed. So that's Witchfire. Holy shit. What did you think? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Oh man, I'm blown away. I didn't expect to see anything that good, especially not that wasn't like massive big budget shit, right? Yeah, leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to keep with the conversation elsewhere, two great places to go is Discord and Twitter. We actually have a Discord dedicated to these reactions where you place links of your own that we can watch together live on stream. It's from the creators of Painkiller, Bulletstorm, and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I've heard of Bulletstorm. I don't remember it doing very well, though. Not heard of Painkiller. And I believe The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is a walking simulator. I could be wrong, though. I'm not sure. Feel free to correct me. I won't be upset. Man, that looks great. It looks so good. We do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. That was so good. That was so good. Holy shit. Hello, Rio. Welcome in, Rio. Thank you for stopping by, Rio. Let me give you that wonderful shout out. Everybody, if you have not already done so, or if you do not already do so, go check out Rio09. Lovely streamer. Lovely to hang out with. They're just so chill. They do a lot of legacies of retro games. They just got done with the Star Fox legacy. And in September, they're working on doing a Sonic legacy. So they're playing through a whole bunch of old Sonic games. Good place to spend your time. Very good place to spend your time. Okay, let me adjust a couple things in Stream Raiders. Because as we move into this next one, nothing in here makes all of the sound for the game is muted. It must be the actual overlay that's making the noise. Oh well, it'll be all right. I've had the in many reaction videos. I'm not about to be a stickler for it this time. It's just a little too small. Okay. Final reaction, everybody. I need to go change my hat and shirt real quick. I'll be right back. This one's long, though, as a heads up. Cusco! He's king of the world! Did you know that in my very first video on this YouTube channel, that isn't the channel introduction, I am wearing a Cusco hat? Ha! Boom, baby! Man, I have destroyed my poor water. I have enough to get us through. But this thing was very full when we started. It is not now. All right. Pause that. Get Stream Raiders where I can see it. Well, you have been talking a bit. Just a bit. Just a bit. I think I actually want Stream Raiders over there. Hang on. Home settings. I think that's what I want. Yeah, let me put Stream Raiders right up there. That's a much better place. Yeah, I like that. Okay. All right. Oh, I just popped my foot and it did not feel good. Oh, no. I'm okay. All right. Last one, everybody. Strap in. Strap in. Get that YouTube Schwahn. Say hi to YouTube, everybody. Say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. All right. Let's do this. Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is MichaelSchwahn, and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today, strap in, because we are checking out everything surrounding Splatoon 3. There's a lot, okay? There is a lot. I got trailers on trailers on trailers on trailers going on here, including stuff from the recently aired Nintendo Treehouse. So we're going to be here for a hot minute. And if you do watch the whole thing, thank you so much. I appreciate it immensely. So Splatoon 3, a franchise that really just kind of launched itself really well, surprisingly, on the Nintendo Switch. There's not a lot of first-person shooters, especially, well, or just shooters in general, especially that are of a decent level of quality on the Switch. The Switch is very limited hardware-wise, and it's also very limited on its internet connectivity, right? I don't know if you've ever tried to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate online, but it is hot garbage. Because Nintendo just doesn't really believe in online play. Not really, not genuinely. But I do think that they've made a very genius idea in the idea of Splatoon, which instead of needing to worry as much about having like really low latency, high tick rate servers so that you can make sure that you're getting like an accurate response time on those headshots and stuff, and also while kind of sticking to their idea of a brand that is more focused towards a younger generation, they brought out Splatoon, which is you play as these squid inkling characters, then you're essentially having a paintball style fight, and you're they might have modes in there. I will admit right now I have not played Splatoon 1 or 2, but we'll go more into that later, and why I'm more interested in Splatoon 3. Instead of necessarily needing like a team deathmatch where you're trying to either get the most kills within a set time limit or exhaust the opposing team's number of lives that they have, you're actually trying to cover the most ground in terms of like a turf war of getting the most paint onto the court. And at the end of the match, whoever has the larger amount of paint is the winner, right? And I'm like, that's kind of genius, because you don't necessarily need to worry about a high response time, low tick rate, low refresh, anything like that. You don't need to worry about, desync nearly as much when you can be focused not just on shooting the opponents, but just shooting the environment. It's also very accessible for people that might not have the fine motor control to be able to accurately aim a weapon at an opponent and stuff like that. Like you see here in this image that there's this character that has a paint roller. Paint roller is one of the weapons that has a very large pro and con to it, because you can use the paint roller to cover a lot of ground with paint, which means you are actively helping your team because you are covering the court in paint to help you win. but it has the disadvantage of that it's a melee weapon, right? And that's, you know, it has that trade-off there. And you can also see the character right here that looks like a little squiddy. That's because your character can turn into a squid. I think you have to be on your color of paint, but it allows you to evade opponents and also move significantly faster because you're swimming through the paint of your team. It's such a genius concept, right? In terms of like finding workarounds for the limitations of the platform. Super impressed by it. I've never actually tried it, but I am more interested in Splatoon 3, especially because, and we'll get to it later, and there's an entire section dedicated to it. They have a single player story mode that is added to this game, and I'm like, all right. But so that we have the full picture of Splatoon 3, we're going to go all the way back to February of 2021 when Splatoon 3 was very first announced. So, let's get started. Not actual gameplay footage. The character designs in this are super cute. Fish Buddy. His name is Little Buddy. I love it. That was years ago. No, it was just last year. Beginning of last year. It is now September, but it was last year. Man, humanoids with full-on fish heads on the left there, they're just a little concerning. It just looks real wrong, right? You're just like, it's uncomfortable. This isn't actual gameplay footage. It sure looks like game. Hi. Sure looks like video game. I think the music's getting louder. I'm slowly trying to turn it down. It's fighting against me. Athena, why do you have that emote? Oh. Oh, God. It's a global emote? That's not okay. I hate it. Okay, so that was the announcement trailer. Obviously, we didn't get to see a whole lot. I don't think anyone really expects Splatoon 3 to be wildly different from Splatoon 1 and 2. It's just going to have, you know, the same but more, hopefully higher quality. I realize that's really hard to achieve on the Nintendo Switch, but one of the things that I already mentioned is that single-player mode. So this is one of the hooks, the changes of Splatoon 3, which is the return of the mammalians or mammals, because everyone in Splatoon 1 and 2 is a sea creature of some kind. So I don't know what that means in terms of like world or lore. I'm not the person to ask, but we'll continue forward. trailer's music seems a little bit more controlled. Hammy! I want a hamster ball. It wouldn't be a modern game without grappling hooks. No. Absolutely fucking not. Whatever that was needs to go away. Yeah, see, we're starting to see the initial elements and reveals of the first person, not first person, single player story game. Where they're like adventuring around a world and an environment, and it's not just the PvP arenas. Oh, hell no! Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. Okay, so that was from September of last year. We have now moved forward to the current year, 2022. This is the Salmon Run Next Wave trailer from February. Just gonna keep rolling. Keep rolling. Show me more. Convince me to buy a game in this franchise that I've not touched yet. Even though I think I actually bought this game for my child. Not the point. Not this game. I think the child has Splatoon 2. Oh, I love horde modes. Like co-op horde shooters, I fucking love them, man. Like I don't know why. It's just such like unbridled fun. Like just like COD Zombies is probably like one of the immediate ones that comes to mind, but even things like Save the World mode in Fortnite, or things like Killing Floor, or whatever, Dungeon Defenders, I just like that shit. It's just fun. Like, it doesn't feel super sweaty or anything like that. Oh. Haha, get wrecked, scrub. Egg throw. That looked like a chaotic mess. This is running pretty smooth. I don't know what type of frame rates Splatoon 1 and 2 normally like run at, but this looks like it's running at least pretty smoothly. It's always a concern I have with the Switch, right? Just because the Switch is so limited. Gojira. Sweet. That's a huge win for me. Hopefully it's fun, right? Because I've definitely played some horde modes that I'm like, it's kind of weak. It looked chaotic, which can definitely be enjoyable in its own right? Because it's just like crazy shit's happening. So, what is this one? Okay, so this is the release date, which, if I remember right, it's my goddamn birthday. But we'll see. I do believe this game comes out on my birthday, but they'll let us know in just a moment. Turf War. I believe that's the main mode, right? Where you're just trying to cover the map in enough ink. Is that supposed to be a salmon? I mean, a horrible, gross monster salmon, but yeah. Yeah, this is running real smooth. I like it. I like it. I think we changed who we were looking at. Like it's a spectator mode that they're using, because the player that they were playing as before was definitely purple. I love how bright the game is. Colorful. Yeah. How do you tell if you're winning? Like... Oh, damn. Sniped. Oh, they got a damn paintbrush. Like it's just an actual paintbrush. I'm gonna go smack a bitch with my paintbrush. It worked. It did work. You're right. Can't argue with it. It worked. Is this release day trailer literally just a match of Splatoon? I mean, I'm not upset. I'm just asking for my own sake. I love that they just have a bucket. Our goal is to cover the map in paint. Quick, yeet the buckets. It's also interesting that, like, I don't see a way to tell who's winning, and maybe they do that on purpose, so you just focus on, like, doing as much as you can and having fun, right? Which is fine, because if you don't see that you're, like, 80-20 in terms of map coverage, you'll just keep playing, which is probably a really good design decision. But it's also interesting to me because it looks like the map just keeps changing colors. And so I just have no clue on how we're doing progress-wise. We're not rooting for either team. Quick, get as much paint down as you can. Game! Nice. Okay, it doesn't show you until the very end. I wonder how possible it is to like try and sneak behind them and just like paint the back of their arena and stuff. 9992. It is my birthday. It's a birthday present for me. It comes out on my birthday. Buy a present for me that the kid will play. Okay, so there's still now we're getting into the chunky parts, right? Because there was a Nintendo Direct specifically for Splatoon 3 that happened on August 10th. And even then still, on August 26th, so just a little over like a week or so ago, there was a Nintendo Treehouse Live that featured about 40 more minutes of content featuring both a showcase for the single player as well as some of the stuff involving the multiplayer. And we're just gonna keep rolling. We're gonna keep giving it, and we'll see. So let's go into the Direct first because it's probably a much more focused, because Nintendo Treehouses are more of like a casual conversation. So we'll see what the Nintendo Direct has. I really want to make sure that we watch that single player showcase though, because that's going to be a big factor for me. She will still play it for sure. Absolutely.
This is Splatsville, in the heart of the Splatlands. Despite its old-fashioned appearance, it's seen enormous growth in recent years.
You call that
It's
old-fashioned?
also the hottest new place for inklings looking for things to do. Oh, hello everyone. Hope you're all staying fresh. I almost forgot about introductions. We're the researchers from the Squid Research Lab. We're simply fascinated by what these inklings can do. They can splat ink in kit form and smoothly swim through it in swim form. We've been studying their biology day and night.
Are you not an inkling?
Today, we'd like to share some new findings on these inklings while providing summaries throughout.
I'm ready.
Of course, what goes for the inklings also applies to the octolings. We're sure of it. First, turf war. Get styling with some fresh fashion and get inking with even fresher weapons. Naturally, in a place called Splatsville, turf war battles are the locals' favorite pastime. 2 teams of 4 will ink for 3 minutes. The team that inks the most in their color, in other words, claims the most turf, wins.
I wonder if you can, like, if you vote on your color or if it's just chosen for you.
Now, that's not all inking is for. Ink walls to swim up. Or get sneaky and hide in ink to splat opponents. The more ink you spread, the bigger the advantage you'll have in battles. Whoops! If you're out of ink, submerge in it to refill.
Okay.
New techniques like the squid surge to swim up walls in a single burst.
I'm very thankful for this direct because this direct is definitely made for somebody like me who has no idea how the hell Splatoon works.
Oh, while it's glowing like this, the move also slightly repels ink from opponents. We've discovered where these turf war battles will take place.
Hiding in yeah, I mean, that kind of feeds
confirmed
into what
for
I
the
was talking about.
Splatlands
Like, maybe you can
include
try and sneak behind the enemy
Scorch
team and
Gorge.
claim a whole bunch of turf.
Eeltail Alley.
Bring a paintbrush back there and just, you know,
Mincemeat
throw it all over the
Metalworks.
place.
And Undertow Spillway. There seem to be other stages as well. Hagglefish Market, a pier filled to the brim with street vendors. The stuff here looks fishy, though.
Like a 10 FPS street
Several
vendor.
stages from Greater Inkopolis also
You
return.
can count the frames on that guy's movement
Museum
cycle.
Delfonsino.
Fine, he's in the background. Nobody cares.
Battles here take place in the central courtyard of this modern museum. Take special note of the rotating wall.
I wonder
Hammerhead
how many
Bridge.
returning stages
This
there are.
bridge connects Greater Inkopolis to the Splatlands.
Because that was
After
always
lots
a
of
question with
construction
like
work,
franchises
it's
like Call of
finally
Duty,
open.
right? You
Thanks
could get
to
a
the
lot of
bridge,
stages if you
transit
brought
to
stages
and
from previous
from Greater
games
Inkopolis
forward.
is
And
much
with
easier.
Splatoon 1 and
Mahi
2
Mahi
both being
Resort.
on the Switch, I think anyway.
The luxury
Splatoon 1 might be
resort
on
in
Wii
Greater
U.
Inkopolis. Pay close attention
You
to
can
the platforms
really get
that
quite a
sink
bit.
as the battle
You
goes
could have
on.
quite a bit of stuff to work with.
There will be more areas to ink afterward, so don't forget to splat them.
Does the water wipe
Including
wash
the
away the
stages you
ink?
see here, a total of 12 await. More stages will be added in free post-launch updates.
Oh, free! That's like my favorite number. Especially in gaming
Now,
with
let's
DLC
get into
updates.
the inky essence of battles, weapons. First, it appears that all the basic weapons from previous games will be available.
Cool.
On top of that, Splatland-specific weapon types, such as the bow-like stringers, will make their destructive debut. We've also verified a new weapon type called Splatanas. This is the Splatana Wiper.
Hell
Send
yeah.
blades of ink flying with the centrifugal force generated by swinging. Swing after charging up a bit, and it'll transform into a charged slash. As expected, it's powerful as a long-range attack. But the charged slash at close range is also quite devastating.
Sneak up on some
Let's
people
dive
with
into
a
the
fucking
weapons that
katana
can
and
help you
execute
claim
them.
even more turf. Special weapons. As the name implies, these are special kinds of weapons that can be unleashed after filling up the gauge from inking turf.
Ultimates.
There are some new types we've identified, so let's take a closer look. This is the Tacticooler. When it's activated, a fridge appears. You'll find in-game beverages stored inside.
Hells
These
yeah.
have a variety of effects, like momentarily increasing speed.
Give me a drink, bro.
They come in packs of 4, so take one and share the rest with your teammates.
That's already my favorite.
This is the Wave Breaker.
Dude, I need a Monster
When
Energy
activated,
drink.
It'll
Quick,
unleash
toss out the
waves
cooler.
around the area. It'll also mark an opponent's location and cause damage. Try to avoid them with a well-timed jump. Finally, the Reef Slider. Build up power,
Not sponsored,
then
definitely
charge
not.
into opponents who need a good
Unless.
splat. Once the attack ends, it'll explode and damage the surrounding area. Familiar special weapons, like the Tenta missiles,
You are
Inkjet,
way too happy with those double rocket launchers.
Ink Storm, Ultra Stamp, and Booyah Bomb will also make their grand return. Special weapons are paired with main weapons, so find the combo that suits your splatting style. Shop here to get your tentacles on some fresh weapons. This is Ammonites, owned by the chatty horseshoe crab, Sheldon.
That's a
The
horseshoe
locals have
crab?
praised him for
Oh,
his
yeah, sure,
wealth
I
of
see it
weapon
on his head.
wisdom and
Okay.
sophisticated selection.
His helmet and with the tail.
Instead
All
of
right.
using in-game currency for purchases, you'll need these Sheldon licenses. Obtain them by leveling up through battles and by consistently using the same weapons. One Sheldon license can be exchanged for one weapon that corresponds to your level. Oh, and just between us, if you exchange more Sheldon licenses than normal, it appears he'll give you a weapon you like sooner than expected as a special reward. By the way, the Inklings and Octolings walking around town are pretty savvy about their fashion. Things like headgear, clothing, and shoes are just as important as weapons to staying fresh in Splatsville.
I don't know. I think
Gear
weapons
can
might be
obtained
pretty
in the shops
important.
around here. Each one is managed by an interesting shopkeeper. So let's drop in. This is not Couture, a headgear shop. You'll
Look
find
at
an
that
array of
shrimp.
hats, masks, and glasses, so you can get ahead of the game.
Nope, I hate it. We're done. Turn it
The
off.
laid-back
No, we're
Nautilus, Gnarly Eddie, and the energetic Nails, the snail sitting
Oh,
here,
hi.
run the shop. This is the Clothes Boutique, Mana Wardrobe. It specializes in tops,
Look at that jelly.
t-shirts, and jackets.
I do believe
The
there was parts
shopkeeper,
missing of one of
Jill
those t-shirts.
Lafleur, might be a touch archaic with words, but this jellyfish has a keen eye for fashion sense. And finally, the shoe store
man.
Crush Station.
Look
Get
at
a
that
variety
buff
of
lobster.
Cool kicks here, from sneakers to sandals and even leather footwear. It's owned by Mr. Coco. He might look intimidating, but deep down, he's a nice guy. Probably.
This guy cares a lot about his footwear for somebody
You're
that
more
can't
than
see his
welcome
own
to pick out
feet.
gear based on its appearance.
Sorry,
But
Mr.
they do
Coco,
come
that
with
was mean.
abilities that can help you out in battle.
Oh shit, the clothes has stats on them? Fuck! Never mind, they are important.
Take run speed up, for example. It can increase your running speed. Or intensify action. This improves the squid roll and squid surge moves. There are even more abilities to discover. Plus, there's a fellow in Splatsville who can swap one ability with another.
Nice, okay. I was like, but what if I like
to
the
merch here, and
sneakers
you can
but
add
want
an
the
ability
ability
of
from the
your choosing
flip-flops?
to your favorite gear.
Nice. I approve, thank you.
And if you save your favorite gear combinations as fresh as fits, you can change in a flash.
Fresh as fits.
Flavor up your fashion with whatever
Cute.
outfits you want.
Cute.
Simply splat-tastic.
Rock Lobster? More like the Rock Lobster. Do you smell it?
Welcome to the lobby, a gathering spot for those seeking fresh battles.
How straightforward. It's
Turf war
called
battles
the
aren't
lobby.
the only things that happen here.
Okay.
You can also square off in anarchy battles, where you compete for rankings. Hold the active zones in splat zones. Ride the tower to the goal in tower control.
Interesting.
Carry the Rainmaker to its destination in Rainmaker. Or collect and throw clams to score in
Splatoon 3 is
Clam
launching with more game modes than
Duke it
Halo
out
Infinite
in
has
these
over a
4
year
modes,
after it
which are
came
on
out.
rotation.
18 months after it came out.
Wanna take on a
Splatoon 3 is
challenge
launching
solo?
with more game
Select
modes
Anarchy
than
Battle
Halo
Series.
Infinite has.
But if
I'm
you want to team
depressed.
up with friends, joining Anarchy Battle Open is the way to go. You can also play private battles online. Set battle modes and other options to your liking. Why not play with your favorite battle modes alongside friends? Information about these game modes will be available soon on the game's official website. Now, let's talk about the features within the lobby.
Okay.
This is the test range. Try out and get comfy with your weapons here. Besides being able to practice whenever you want, it's also
Game
a
looks
great
like it has
place
a
to
really
get all
strong
warmed
auto
up
aim on
while
it. It's
waiting
not
for
bad, and I'm
rivals
not
to join a
surprised.
battle. Next up, ghosts. Online friends will appear as 3D holograms.
That way you can be nice and sad when they
Drop
never
in
come
on
online
friends
again.
in the midst of battle and play alongside them.
How does that
You
work?
can also join up and start a battle on the same team. You'll be able to see what your friends
Does
are up to.
Splatoon 3 have a lot of, well, I don't know about Splatoon 3, but does Splatoon have a lot of
It appears
bots?
that you can also call out to friends in the lobby and invite them
Not a
for
fan of auto
battles.
aim personally, but it does
Why
help more
not
people play the
see
game.
these
Well, I mean,
features
this
for
is
yourself?
locked on the Switch, so you don't have the option of mouse and keyboard.
This is where you can view battle
And like I mentioned
replays.
earlier in the video,
It
it's
appears
probably
that
to
it
help
can
try
somewhat
and
recreate recent battles.
alleviate the problems that the Nintendo Switch
Fast
also
forward.
has, both from a hardware and especially from an online
Or skip
perspective.
to a certain part. Or even swap to another player's view. Incredible! Not only can
I'm
you
actually
rewatch
really
battles
impressed
as many
with
times
how
as
much
you'd
is
like,
in this
but
game.
there's even a share feature.
Considering
you'll
this is
use
like
this
such
handy
an
tool to help
arcade,
you
cute
rank up.
game for Nintendo Switch, and then we got major, massive budget
Next,
shooters that
we'll
don't even
analyze
have
and
half
discuss
of
this space within the lobby, the locker room. Here, you'll find some fresh lockers. One is yours, and the others belong to players with whom you've recently played. As you can see, you'll be able to place any acquired weapons, gear, and items to your liking. Slap on some snazzy stickers, and modify your locker's color. This is your space to express yourself. So customize it however
Yes.
you'd like to show off
I want a
your
giant
signature
fish in my
splatting
locker.
style. Oh, yes. Items can be obtained at Hotlantis, a general store on the edge of Splatsville. Apparently, the store manager vanishes quite often, so instead, it's run by an artist named Harmony. She used to be a regular customer here. It's got an outlandish assortment of items. Why not show the store some love?
Some
by
of those are
grabbing
very
some goods?
expensive. Holy crap. This person only has 16,000 muns, and some of those were like
There appear to be
8,000 muns.
Plenty of other customization features
Spend
as well.
responsibly.
When battles start, these splash tags appear. They can be customized with a banner, badge, and title.
Man, they seriously just looked at
Additionally,
old Call of
you
Duty
can
games
change
and
the
went,
emote
what if
your
we did
character
that but
performs
better?
when you win a battle. All of these can be obtained via the in-game catalog.
They let
which
you
will be
choose your
available at
victory
Hotlantis.
animation?
By using points earned from battles, you can unlock various items.
Can
like
I
stuff
point?
for splash tags
I realize
and
I've
seasonal
mentioned a
gear.
couple other games right now. Can I also just point out how
Following the
much
game's launch,
Splatoon
a
3
new
is just
catalog
putting
is
these
planned
other
to be
major
released
games
every
to
3
shame?
months for 2 years. Be sure to snatch up everything you see in each catalog. There's still a lot of info to share, but I need to take a little breather here.
Yeah, we're only halfway through the direct. Shit.
In the meantime, please turn your attention toward this.
I'm ready.
Introducing Table Turf Battle! Lay out your cards for a dazzling deck duel!
There's a card battling
Ink
minigame?
different shapes with different cards! Charge up power, then unleash it all at once with a special attack! There are cards like this, and even ones like this, and there are over 150 cards to collect in-game! So build your deck and send your rivals packing! The Splatsville locals eagerly await your challenge. Table Turf Battle! Every player will be gifted an in-game starter deck!
Please don't be microtransaction to hell and back.
I lost my clampoosier for a
Of course,
second there.
so much...
That was Table
What
Turf.
did you just say? You lost your what? your clampoosier. They didn't say clamposure. They said clampoosier. I wish they said clamposure.
Turf Battle. I lost my clampoosier for a
That is definitely clampoosier. Oh God. So what I was saying, please don't sell these cards in packs that cost money as a microtransaction. I'm glad to see improvements to games and not just repeats of the same formula constantly. Or removal of features.
It appears you can play this
and
at
removal
the
of
Table Turf
improvements.
Battle Dojo in Splatsville. Be on the lookout for more details about Table Turf Battle.
It's crazy how
future.
in some of these big, massive, big budget
And
franchises,
now,
modern
this.
games have significantly less in them than their predecessors.
Salmon Run is a simple job that requires 4 players to work together to collect power eggs from the salmonids advancing on them. This
Oh, yeah,
part-time
give me
gig
those
is rumored
power
to be a
eggs.
little fishy, but it pays pretty well. By defeating particularly
a little
ferocious
fishy.
creatures called boss salmonids, you can obtain valuable golden eggs. You'll need to collect and deliver plenty of golden eggs in order to complete this job. This time around, we've confirmed some new types of boss salmonids, so let's share our
New
findings.
types? That means this game mode must have been in Splatoon 2.
First up, the Slammin' Lid. It creates barriers and protects salmonids on the ground. Get too close to it, and it'll attempt to crush you, so approach with caution. Next, the Big Shot. It fires heavy projectiles from a distance.
I like that
Be
one.
prepared for powerful shockwaves when they land. With new boss salmonids confirmed, make sure you're ready for an even more dangerous salmon run.
A dangerous salmon run? Damn. Damn. That was pretty good.
This is one of the new king salmonids. Unbelievable! It looks like they'll occasionally appear just before you complete the job.
Hohozuna.
The tank on your back is a specially provided egg cannon, and it appears that you can fire golden eggs to deal massive damage.
You called that massive damage? That wasn't that much damage. That was like 5% at best. One player left.
And this is the still being researched big run. We believe this is when salmonids invade the city in which Icklings and Octolings live. It appears that this event happens once every few months.
Power to the
so brace
voiceover right now.
yourselves. Big run is coming!
Power to the presenter. Though.
Now, observe this manhole in Splatsville Square.
I don't want
This is
to.
actually
There's a
the
crackhead
entrance
in
to the
there.
home of the Octarians, the Inklings' longtime enemies. Agent 3, the newest recruit of the new Squidbeak Splatoon. You'll do battle with the Octarian army.
There's a
whose
Master
members are
Roshi that
covered in
never got his
hair
own
for
island in
some
there.
reason. Along with your buddy Small Fry, you'll explore many stages.
Yeah, Small Fry.
Each one full of twists and turns. Oh, I almost forgot. Story mode is perfect for getting familiar with inking turf and using weapons. So newer players might want to try it out.
Yeah, me.
Well, we've come this far. What awaits the Inklings and Octolings in the end? We hope you can witness the epic finale of this Splat-tastic saga.
Oh, Splatoon 3 is gonna be the last Splatoon game?
We're back in Splatsville. From here on out, we'd like to talk about other features that'll help you enjoy your splatting escapades even more in the Splatoon 3 game.
The series does really well.
You can post illustrations here via this mailbox. They'll be displayed all across the city and even in stages. So put on your artist cap and post away. Vertical illustrations will also be supported. Additionally, you can grab food and drinks that'll help you in battles at the concession stand.
All right, I'll accept that one.
Or use local communication to play with nearby folks in your favorite modes at the shoal. By using photo mode, you can snap selfies, send photos to a smart device, or display them in your locker. This is the Recon Guide.
Kalaya, hello.
Select your favorite stages at any time and take a stroll around them. Why not get familiar with each stage prior to battles? This is Splatnet 3.
We're checking out a whole bunch of stuff surrounding Splatoon 3. I haven't played either of the other games.
Like checking your latest battle stats.
We're doing great.
And ordering special in-game gear not sold in shops.
I'm amazed at how much stuff there
shop.
is in this game.
But that's not all. Access features like Krusty Sean's Wonder Crust. Support this fellow's journey using ink points earned depending on the areas you inked during battles. Or view history to take a trip down memory lane with your past ranks. You can also snag special wallpapers and more for your smart device. So be sure to grab them. It appears that Splatnet 3 will be available at launch via the Nintendo Switch Online mobile app. Next up, Amiibo figures. Scan Splatoon
Amiibos is one thing I never got into. They're actually pretty decent figures for their price.
As fresh as fits will allow you to easily swap outfits. Additionally, it seems you'll be able to get special gear and even snap photos together with Amiibo. And Splatoon 3 Amiibo incoming!
Like, yeah, those Amiibos look really good,
Release is
especially
scheduled for
considering
this
you can
holiday.
get them at the store for like $15. Amiibos are actually like pretty damn good quality, especially if you compare them to
Now,
shit like Pop
let's
figures.
talk about post-launch updates.
Like Funko Pops.
As we mentioned a while ago, following the game's launch, a new in-game catalog will be released every 3 months for 2 years. New weapons will also be added around the same time as each catalog.
I do actually have faith in Nintendo supporting
In addition,
Splatoon 3 for 2
X-Battle,
years.
Available after
Splatoon's a pretty
attaining an
major game for
extremely
them.
high rank in Anarchy Battle, and League Battle, where every 2 hours you can compete in teams based on your Anarchy Battle results, are planned to be added in future updates. Furthermore, for this game, we're planning to add large-scale paid DLC. More details
Interesting.
will come at a later time, so please be on the lookout. And now, I'd like to wrap
They're
up
doing that
this
for Mario
research
Kart and
report
tracks.
from the Squid
I'll still
Research Lab.
complain that we
Thank
should
you
have
for
gotten
watching.
Mario Kart 9 instead of a friggin' Wii game in Mario Kart 8. I still enjoy Mario Kart 8, but it's still a port.
Who are you supposed to be?
Hello? It's a manta ray in the back. Big man. Big man manta ray. Oh, god damn it. Big man manta ray. Fuck. Fuck. I get it.
Oh, Squid. I completely forgot to tell you about Deep Cut. They're an incredibly popular trio who host the Splatsville news program Anarchy Splatcast. They provide information on battle stages, as well as other news bulletins.
I remember, like, there was a bunch of, like, hubbub recently about Shiver, that character there.
They can check the news while doing other activities, as shown here.
Something to do with, like, the official media for it doesn't just, like, confirm their gender. Thank you so much for popping in, Kalaya. I appreciate it a lot. We're here Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Yeah, that character right there, Shiver. Yeah, Shiver is adorable. Like, there's some really good character designs in this. They are not speaking an actual language, and the song's a goddamn bop.
It's been confirmed that Splatfest will make a return. In these events, you pick a team based on the announced theme, then settle the outcome via battle. And this time around, there will be 3 teams to choose from. Splatfest consists of 2 halves. In the first half, teams will compete in 4v4 turf war battles. The second half is a tricolored turf war. It's a special mode where, whoa, 3 teams fight at the same time.
The Nintendo Switch just cried a little
Players
bit.
on the team currently in first place will start in the center of the stage. 2 players each from the second and third place teams will attack the first place team from opposite ends of the stage. Can the leading team defend themselves?
It's not
or
12
will
player.
The other 2 teams
It's
exact
4v2v2.
revenge and force them out.
Weird.
Use the Ultra Signal to control the battle and contribute to the Splatfest while working alongside the members of Deep
Okay,
Cut.
Nintendo Switch isn't crying nearly as hard. They might have originally wanted it to be 4v4v4,
We're
and it
going to
just
close out this
wasn't
presentation
possible.
with an announcement from Deep Cut. Take it away.
They're really cute. What's got your fins a flapping? Oh, that already happened. Lol. You ever heard of rock? It's the most solid choice. It's clearly the right choice. Man, Shiver, you look like you could be a villain that everyone loves. It's like, damn it, why are you gonna be a bad guy? You're so cool. And Fry looks like the bad guy that you would just like because they're a little too happy. You're like, man, why are you so, like, enjoyable to talk to? You're so happy and bubbly, and now you're trying to kill me. God damn it. Like, Fry's the one that you don't want to fight because you just want to go to a party with him.
That's all we have to share today. Or not.
That's all you have to share for today. I got more still.
The Splatoon 3 Enter the Splatlands Invitational 2022 tournament. This event
So
will
did they
take
like
place on
give people
September 5th
private
at
access for
PAX
these?
West.
For
Some of the top
Splatfest and this
finishers from this summer's
invitational?
Splatoon
Because the game's
2
not out till the
Inkopolis
9th,
Showdown
right?
will head to Seattle and compete in North America's first ever Splatoon 3 Invitational.
Yes,
Follow
okay.
the official Nintendo versus Twitter account for updates. And to see more of our research findings as we uncover them, follow the official Splatoon North American Twitter account. We hope you'll have an incredible time starting September 9th.
Okay, so next we have... We're still going. I told you to strap in. This is the Nintendo Treehouse Live that just happened on August 26th. I don't think I'm actually going to watch the multiplayer stages and strategies one, but I do really want to watch this one, which is the Splatoon 3 single-player showcase, because it's one of the things that I'm very interested in. I just got Splatoon 2. I'm sorry, Bella. I'm sorry. Yeah, this comes out on September 9th. Nintendo wanted to give me a birthday present. You know there'll still be tons of people playing Splatoon,
Hey
too.
everybody,
So.
and welcome to a very special edition of Nintendo Treehouse Live for Splatoon 3. I am Demetrius, and I'm here joined by Taryn and our own Treehouse Squid Research Labber.
Labber?
Dutch.
Dr. Dutch.
Hey.
I will not say. I will
Dr.
not say it. I'm
Dutch?
sorry.
Look at him, he's even like, hey. All right, so what do we have for you today? Well, we got some really cool stuff. We wanted to show you today.
But Bella, this one's got a single-player mode and a bunch of new weapons and stages and a bunch of customization options and stuff.
And then kind of show you come back and show you some new weapons, stages, and strategies. For those who have never actually heard of Splatoon 3 before, it's a team-based action game, well, multiplayer game, with also single-player
What is
story mode,
happening
which
with
you're
the
seeing
camera
today.
wobble right
So
now?
what you're seeing right in front of you actually is the world of Alterna.
Just upgrade 2. That's what they
Ooh, I'm
did.
sorry, we were supposed to ooh, weren't we? In unison. Ooh.
Genuine question, though. The camera wobble. Is it because it's on a gyro?
Sorry, we're
'Cause
silly. We're
that's
having a good time
awful.
here. All right, so I am in control of Agent 3, and
I think it's 'cause the
have a
camera's part of
weapon
his
that
controller's
can use
gyro.
ink. So for those who have never seen Splatoon before, for Splatoon 3 and other games in the series, you can actually swim in your own ink and refill and do many other great things with it. It's really, really great. So we call this right here swim form.
Aw, you guys made me
And you can use the kit form to ink many different things, which is going to come in very, very handy. What we'll show you soon. One other thing to note is you really don't need experience to play single player. So if you're worried about, hey, this is Splatoon 3, do I have to worry about, playing the other two games? You don't have to. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
This game
okay.
has a great story, though, and it'll have the same kind of feel between those who have played Splatoon 2 before, or even
The other games
Octo
don't have a
expansion,
single-player story
which
mode,
was,
right?
The NSO expansion pack you can get right now.
Because the other
All right,
ones,
so,
the
one thing I want to point out,
a lot of
for
the
this
lore and story
you
is
see right
built
here,
from like the
this
conversations
is
you have with the
Fuzzy Ooze. You
NPCs and
actually
like
wanna
the
be
lobby and
careful.
stuff.
Oh my gosh. What are you doing? You did that on purpose,
I
right?
did it on purpose.
I was like, whoa.
So Fuzzy Ooze bad.
Something's going on here.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
So there's a big
I mean,
mystery
ooze
going
is
on with
normally
Fuzzy
bad.
Ooze. We wanna
Fuzzy
kinda,
ooze sounds even
see
worse.
what's going on with Alterna and how is this happening? We really want to really find out. Okay, so
Where's
with
my
that
mouse
in
at?
mind, there are some other additional things we'll kind of go over as we play through these stages, such as like, you know, the little hidden secrets, this little guy here called Small Fry.
Yeah,
and
he's
some other little
adorable. I
things.
love
But
Small
first, what I'm
Fry.
gonna do is I'm actually gonna pass this controller over to Taryn.
To me. Thank you.
And we're going to actually go to a stage called Twirling, Swirling, and Whirling. And just allow us to get that set up. One moment there.
Oh man, pizza does sound great.
And to be clear, you're playing
gonna
as
get
Agent
done with this,
3,
and I'm
but
gonna
this
eat
is
a
not
donut.
the Agent 3 you know. This is a
Late
new
donuts.
Agent 3, so don't worry. The other one is still around. But this is a new one. Just
Spoilers.
spoilers.
No, there's no spoilers. I'm just
No
teasing.
spoilers.
Okay, so what you'll see right here is Taryn actually has 3 different choices. We're gonna have her start with the hero gear to begin with.
Yeah, so you have recommendations too. You can see it says try this. So again, we're going to do this mostly because I love Small Fry and I want to show you Small Fry very badly. And you can see other information on the screen, like on the top right, it shows you how many tries you have. So I have just 3. That should be fine. I'm new to Splatoon, but I should be able to handle it. I've got Small Fry.
You got this, Taryn.
Speaking of which, too, like I said before, this is a great entry point as well, story mode in particular. So this is perfect for you.
Yeah. So if I didn't want to jump into multiplayer,
If this camera
right
is
away,
on a
I could do
gyro, I
story
really
mode
hope you
first,
can
and
turn
it's
it
a great
off, 'cause
place
I
to
hate the way
practice,
this
Or
looks.
just play with Small Fry. I also like that.
Like, just
So
let me
I'm
control the
showing off
camera with the
here
other
what you can
joystick,
do
please.
with it. You can throw it. Don't feel bad. It can handle itself. And then you can call it back.
he
with
looks
the
happy about
this way,
being
which
thrown.
is a
It's
function
fine.
that you have in multiplayer as well, right, Dutch?
Yeah.
All right, so you got 3 attempts on the board. And here you want to kind of, like it says, to navigate to the rotating area. Oh, look at that perfect throw.
Nice.
You
Get 'em.
sound so surprised, and I'm a little offended.
Not at all.
Okay, but look at this trick. Look at this. Look, wait.
Exposed.
Wait.
Yeah.
That was a trick that I learned just for you guys.
I didn't even know what that's actually really cool.
That's the pacifist approach right there.
Well, it just allows
Oh,
themselves to
if you
destroy.
drown it, is that
So you saw that
considered
I
a
threw Small
pacifist
Fry in the
approach?
beginning. I'm gonna throw it again, but for a different purpose this time, because this is an armored enemy, and I'm scared of it, and it can definitely splat me. So I'm using Small Fry to distract it, and then I turn around and splat it from behind, also like a rat. I just let stuff fall off the edges, get splatted and distracted. That's how I play, I guess.
One thing you'll note too is
Get
that
splatted
Taryn
and
is, swimming in her own
distracted.
ink. If there's enemy
Lifestyle.
ink, which is purple, it's not too good for
Oh
you.
no!
Oh my gosh. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I have
I know
3
that.
tries.
You're good.
You made it to a checkpoint.
I'm
You're
playing
fine.
with motion controls right now. You can turn that off.
Oh,
or just
thank
change the
God.
sensitivity. But there is an advantage to using them, so by all means, play however
What
you
is the
prefer to play.
advantage?
Yeah, once I got the hang of motion controls, I can't go back. I love them.
Can't go back.
Agreed. Same for
It's
me.
really
It
about
took
the
a little bit,
camera
but I
for
really
me.
like
Maybe
it.
it'd be different if I was
You
holding
see
it
that Small Fry actually
and
does
controlling
damage
it
as
more,
well, so
but
you
the
can
way
use
that it's
it
just
to
waddling
distract,
around
and
just
then,
is
like,
not
with the
not
first enemy, you
sitting
just
well
throw
with
it
me.
right in their face, and they will take care. Well, it will take care of business.
That person
Okay.
right up there
Woo,
has got
I got
your
strats. I got strats for you guys today.
Are you going to shoot from the...
I have learned that you can shoot from here and take out some of these little extras.
Look at you go. That is awesome.
Okay, well, I was hoping to get a sniper, but I got a little too greedy. So now we're going to have to deal with both snipers. So what I
least
picked up
one
was a
out.
Trizuka. You get canned specials. You'll learn a little bit more about specials in the next segment. But you get them that way in story mode, and usually they're like perfectly situated for whatever you have to do. So exactly that. Like if you're looking at
I
Octo
just did it
snipers in
wrong.
the face and they're just
Was that a toaster?
ready to splat you, that Trizuka was perfect for countering it.
And it's actually
and I
the
didn't
same
use it that
specials
well.
that you'd find in the multiplayer mode as well. So it's a good chance to kind of get familiar with them and maybe practice a little bit.
Yes.
Get him.
I heard the word practice and I nod and agree. Practicing is good. I could use more of it, but it's super fun. Like, even if you get splatted or fall off spontaneously for literally no apparent reason.
Sometimes those
it's
edges,
still
they
a
just
good
jump
time.
out and get you, you know?
And I love that about Splatoon. It just keeps this like tone of like chaos and fun and like doing it your own way. And like I'm all about that. Even if I fall off the edge. Okay, so I'm at the end. I've also been known to fall.
I've also been known to do exactly
like
this.
You manifested it.
I manifested it. I'm not gonna jump for that now. I'm afraid.
One more time, you got this.
Hagar time.
One thing that's good too is that the items up there respawn in.
Yes.
What you're going to be picking up is some armor, which helps.
Oh yes, thank you for mentioning that, Demetrius. Yeah, you pick up armor.
Yep.
Ouch.
And just
Example of
used
the
it.
armor.
Thank you. Yeah, if I didn't have that armor, I'd probably be in trouble. Please no.
I
Please
think
no.
you're in
You
trouble.
got this. Just stay there for a second. Let yourself recharge. You got it.
Yeah, so there's like a whole stealth mode. Like,
Hold on,
and you-
real quick. Can we point out just for a quick moment that Splatoon uses the straight up like jelly on your face health system from Call of Duty of 20 years ago? I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm pointing it out because it makes sense here. You are covered in an ink that is not your color, which is bad for you. They took a system that people have criticized for literally decades now and made it make sense.
like a
Carry on.
whole stealth mode. Like, and you do this in multiplayer too. If you move super fast, people can see you under the ink. And if you move slower, they can't see you. So just like in story mode, if you get good at being sneaky,
Get good, bro.
your chances of success increase significantly.
That was
I'm
very
not very
sneaky,
good
I
at
must
sneaking.
say.
That was great.
Okay, guys. guys. Yeah. Oh, I've got another ready. Ready?
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Mission complete.
And we're done with that mission. We did it. It only took 2 unnecessary
First time
falls.
clear bonus, 3 minutes, 13 seconds. I
It's
look
fine,
great.
you're
Oh,
fine.
that's right, and there's a timing mechanic. I'll hand this back to you, Demetrius. So there's a bunch of replayability with these missions.
Speedrun
You
'em.
can choose different weapons like we showed you earlier, so you can challenge yourself with maybe weapons that aren't so well suited, and then you can also time yourself. So I'm sure my time for that one was probably not amazing, so I could go back in and like play it over
If
and
there's
over again and try to
leaderboards
get a
for
better
it, I
time,
remember when
and just
the
get better.
PlayStation 5
Always a
launched,
great
people were
replayability
hyper
session.
competitive over the leaderboards for
Okay,
Astro's
my
Playroom.
turn.
All right, Demetrius,
All
you
right,
have to
so now-
fall at least twice. You're gonna make me
I
look
hope
bad.
not. This stage is a little.
We should also say that a lot of the lore actually plays out through these single player
does.
missions. You
Yes.
find
Oh,
maybe
you
hidden
only get one
objects here or
option.
there. They give you kind of clues into the world that we're in and the events.
Yeah, the Sunken Sea Scrolls, you can find them out while you're playing outside of the stages, and they provide a lot of background on lore. The lore is really cool, and this whole series is really
Sunken
cool
Sea Scrolls, you should leave those
all right, so
alone. Don't
am
mess
doing
with
Stamp 'em
ancient
Out.
sea
I
scrolls,
am going to be
okay?
using one of the new weapons, the Splatana Stamper with Curling Bomb.
See it,
The
Demetrius.
Splatana Stamper or Splatana
That is a
class of weapons
chainsaw.
are brand new. They have like a swipe when I just use the attack button, and if you hold down the button, you can charge up as a charge slash. Now, the Stamper itself, outside of having that really cool sound, it's more the heavier style of Splatana class. So you're gonna see like the amount of ink I'm flinging from like the ink blade is gonna be a bit more. So really great. One thing to note is you kind of have
Awesome.
like long range,
Glad to
right?
hear it,
And then
Athena.
you have the short range. If I'm up close and I hit someone with this, it's gonna be pretty much a guaranteed splat.
I've never noticed it, but did you see Small Fry was in the corner just like looking at you with these big eyes? Like, why aren't you taking me with you?
Oh, I missed that. Aw.
It's just a little sad. It's all right.
Also note that when I'm picking up our power eggs, and these can be used to unlock certain things.
Okay, you'll need them to progress in the story mode.
Oh.
See, this is a perfect example. This guy has a shield, which is going to be hard, but if I charge it up,
Yes. How satisfying was that on a scale of 1 to 10?
great. 10. 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how was it? Great.
Gotcha.
That one was surprised. You didn't give that one a fair chance to fight back, I don't think.
I love how I can just use this to like hit 2 people at once. It's so cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what people are going to do with this one in multiplayer because it's kind of a combination. You know, you have that longer range, a little bit weaker one, and then you have the kind of one-hit splat charge one that you can do from short range.
Yeah, I think people are gonna have a lot of fun. I mean, all weapons have different styles and stuff, but this one for me, I really like the way.
You gonna play this with us?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's sucking up all the ink.
You can't be mad at it though. Look, it's so cute.
I was trying to be a little fancy there. I'm just gonna
He's
go
cleaning.
Come on. There we go.
Oh man, what are those?
I remember you have to fall
Oh man,
off
what
at
is the
least
name of that fish
twice.
called?
No, I don't want
We used to have them in all the fish tanks when I was a kid.
There it is.
They suck on the sides
This
of
next
the
part right here is a little tough.
fish tank. I
because
can't think of what they're
there's
called now.
Guy on top, and I have to kind of knock all these down without him getting to.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Oh, you just...
I think I got the guy behind him too.
I feel like you've already mastered the Splatana, and we should all be
Suckerfish?
afraid.
No. It had like some
This is really fun.
some
weapon.
more
Careful,
sciencey sounding name than suckerfish.
There we go. Okay.
And now your favorite.
It kind of
part.
looks like a catfish, but it's not a catfish.
This is the part. For those who are
test.
wondering why they're teasing me, it's because this part is quite the battle.
Placostomus, yes, that's it.
Oh my gosh.
Where are you?
Oh man.
Yes. Well, there's like 3 of them, right?
Ooh, they're right there.
So these are octolings. They're a different type of enemy that function like a little bit more like a player might, you could say. And so, of course, they're a little bit more difficult, but not difficult for Demetrius. All right.
I hope the camera was on me. I had
Yeah,
such
he was
gamer
like a
face
little
right there.
placostomus.
Well, you were
Cleaning
supposed
up
to
the
get
walls.
swatted at least. It's just gonna be me.
Not gonna happen. No, I made it. Oh,
I mean, the
239.
octolings almost
I'll
got
take
him.
it.
All right.
I'll take it. I'll take it. That was pretty good. All right.
You are not stressed. Don't even give
You're
me.
up,
You're too
Dutch.
good at that.
All right.
Yeah, let me pass this over to Dutch.
You saved the hardest one for Dutch. He's in the lab coat,
right.
so he's obligated.
This is the fun part. So the next one that we
I feel
have
like I
coming up is called
recognize
One-Way
Dutch.
Ride Through Target
I
Town.
feel like there's a YouTuber that looks a lot
We're
like
gonna
him.
have Dutch use
Maybe he
the
is him.
Tri-stringer. It's gonna
let's
be
do it.
fun.
Yeah, he has other options, which you'll see, and those are a little bit easier. But
Which we'll
no,
see, huh?
We don't let Dutch do
Whoever's
the easy
operating
ones.
the camera right now, we did not see
Yeah,
that.
I'm both excited and nervous to try this one out. This is a brand new weapon class in Splatoon 3, and let's just take a look at it here. So you can see it's kind of like a bow, basically. And so the way it works is if I tap the attack button, then you can see it shoots 3 little projectiles like that. If I hold it down and charge it up, you can see they stick to whatever surface they hit, and you get kind of a secondary little explosion that'll do a little bit of damage. And then if I charge it up even more, then you get kind of a tight grouping that goes a little bit farther, and you still get that that second little pop.
It's hard to survive if you get hit with all 3 right directly.
Yeah.
Imagine.
It's really good.
There's a vertical shot too, is there not?
Yeah,
Sort of
exactly.
like
So
your
one
roller.
Yeah, it's kind of like a roller where, for those of you who've played Splatoon games before, so if I jump and shoot, then I get a vertical shot. So if I charge that up as well,
Oh, they like explode?
you can see the
Scary.
shots line up vertically.
This feels like a skilled player's weapon.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
thinking
intimidated.
it's kind of like it's got
I was
good
ready for it to be
range,
like, yeah, I
it's got
am a
good
skilled
coverage,
player.
it's got
What?
Good damage. I think it'll be really interesting to see what people do with this one as well.
Yeah, this is another really fun weapon to use for sure.
All right, let's see it, Dutch.
Can
No
you tell
more,
I'm
no more
putting this off a little
delays.
bit? All right.
One thing to note as Dutch goes through, too, for people watching at home, you actually don't have to finish all the stages to get through story mode, but there are a lot of fun things to play.
Yeah, this one's challenging, but that's a good thing. And you don't have to do it if you don't.
Yeah, this is a really fun, challenging one.
All right, so I just broke those targets, and that activated this ride rail down here. And the thing about the ride rail is it's, like the title says, it's a one-way ticket. So I'm going to be riding this thing. There's no turning back. And if I don't break all the targets on a given section, then I'm going to run out of track.
No
I'm going to
pressure.
fall in. So let's do it.
At least 2 falls removed.
Oh, okay, this is cool.
Well, he's got a lot of opportunity here, but we're giving Dutch 3 chances.
What do
You
you
get
There's
3
5 up there.
tries.
Nah, but we're
literally
giving
2
you
falls.
3.
The game's going
We're
to
in
give you
that code
5,
for a
but for the
reason,
sake of this presentation and maintaining our time scale, we are only giving
I
you
have
3
faith
chances.
in Dr. Dutch.
One thing to note, too, I apologize if Dutch didn't put this out, but as you turn into swim form, you do actually recharge your ink. Just a note. This music's so good.
It is good. Well, and the visuals are so nice. Like, this stage in particular is so chaotic that, like, you don't really get a chance to look.
Oh, that was sick.
Oh, my God.
No! Are you kidding me?
Oh, it's so good, though.
Oh, we got sent all the way back.
I
Oh.
was talking. I'm sorry.
Soul
Just-
crushing.
Had it, too. That was an amazing shot.
It was.
Made that shot and then missed
But
the
the
jump.
visuals are so nice. Like, if you get a chance to look up, it's like an inverted cityscape.
I would, but I'm busy right now.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm not asking you to.
Continue with your research. All right,
here's a good spot. Look up at that.
Yeah, that looks.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. It's okay, Dutch.
That explosion, we're all like, we can hear us getting quiet because there's nervous.
Stress is real.
All right, he's got this.
Right there, I'm going to use that kind of secondary
There you go.
explosion.
There we go.
Get those.
You have to be
Make life
careful
really
jumping
easier.
between the rails, too.
Yeah.
Yes, we've learned that.
All right.
This game's so cute.
Perfect.
There we go.
One thing you're seeing Dutch do right now is he's actually aiming for those power eggs because it's kind of a good hint or a tip of where you want to shoot with this weapon. Like right in the middle.
Makes us got that explosive effect.
Things are looking
Oh my
good right
gosh,
now.
Dutch.
You got this. This
got the
next
big
upcoming
tower
part, yeah, this upcoming part right here is pretty difficult. As you can see, there's a lot. So Dutch is going to want to try to slow it down and
I'm just going
take out as
for a shot.
many.
Oh,
he got it. He got it.
did
He got
it! Oh my gosh, she's gonna do it.
Well
no pressure,
done,
no
guys.
pressure. Everything is fine.
Man, lots of room
Don't
for
forget to
failure.
shoot. There you go.
Yeah, I've definitely hit those grates before. I like landed a perfect shot and then just get bopped off because of a grate. It doesn't feel
This one's a little tricky too because you can see it on different sides. You have to charge pretty fast.
Oh my
Well done,
gosh.
Dutch.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna do it in 2 tries, ladies and gentlemen.
No!
Oh,
you got
no!
Oh.
Did you get it?
I didn't get it.
No! Okay, but that was 2
Alright.
falls, so now
This is
you
the
can
one.
get it, Dutch.
All right.
You got
I
this.
have clearance.
Oh,
have
but you
my-
got to start all the way over every time. I'm gonna
No,
skip
this
forward
is
just a
good.
little
You
bit.
got
We've
this.
already
You
watched
did
him
move there. You got it.
make some. If I can find where
I've
my
seen
mouse
Dutch do
went.
this several times. I
Yeah.
mess up on the. Oh my goodness.
Can you jump up? There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do one more. Let's try
You're
one
giving
more. This is difficult.
all those rings every time.
Okay, we got it.
Except last time.
I'm just gonna get
Okay.
these
I'm
as
glad
a
to
hard
see there's
shot.
at least some level of difficulty in it, though.
Oh, that's it.
No!
We know it didn't count.
Oh,
Gonna mess around,
Unfortunate.
gonna mess around.
I guess the arrow missed at the
All right,
bottom.
well, I think that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
We'll just have to let people try this one on their own at home.
Thanks for trying that, though, Dutch. That was awesome. That was great.
Thank you for taking it for us.
Okay, so that's for us is going to be it for this part. Just note. that-
Okay, so there is a Splatoon 3 multiplayer stages and strategy section of the Nintendo Treehouse Live. It's an additional 24 minutes. I don't think that there will be much more that's in here that's worth additional value past what we've already checked out. It's just going to be a much deeper dive into things that we saw in some of those previous, especially compared to the Nintendo Direct. The Nintendo Direct gave us a pretty sizable chunk of information about what we can expect to see in especially the multiplayer mode. It gave a lot of attention to the different it did give a decent amount of attention to the stages, gave a decent amount of attention to the different game modes, what you can expect, what weapons you have available to you, and I don't think that we'll get a whole lot more out of this in terms of information, whereas we didn't see very much about the story mode, and it's part that I was very heavily invested in trying to get an idea of what it entailed and what it contained, and I don't think that we'll see really anything too substantive. I'll probably end up watching this on my own, rather than adding it into this reaction video, especially since we're so far chunked along. There's a Splatoon 3 themed OLED Nintendo Switch. But I did not want that. Thank you. That's what I wanted. Okay, so that's Splatoon 3. That was a whole lot to take in all at once, but thankfully I don't feel like I need to take in any more because, I mean, I'm very full now. But with that said, so that's Splatoon 3. I don't really I had such a precursory knowledge of what Splatoon 1 and 2 were beforehand, which is just enough for me to know like what what I was to expect in terms of like what the game was going to be. Sometimes when we're doing these reactions, we have such a loose idea of what the game is even trying to be, because we go into these very, very blind. Outside of grabbing the trailers and maybe a couple of screenshots that I see while grabbing these trailers, we don't get any precursory information. Sometimes I'll maybe try and grab like a description from like the YouTube video descriptions and stuff. But with Splatoon, it's an established franchise, and I did know what the idea behind the games were. This is just so much more. It's bigger, it's chunkier, there's more in it, and I can't say that I'm like ready to dive in. Get it? Because you dive into the ink. Like, I'm not psyched out of my mind excited about this, but I can't say that anything about this looks bad. It looks like a smooth experience. It looks enjoyable. It's very cute. It looks fun. It looks good. It looks really good. There's so much in it. Every single option, so many things just built on top of itself, so many systems available, so many game modes, so many gameplay styles, so much customization. Like, it, as I've already mentioned a couple times through this video, it amazes me how much it puts other AAA shooters to shame in terms of just what they're offering you and offering you as part of the base game. No early access, no future update. Well, I mean, they're adding future updates, but like so many of the things that are in this game are things that would be locked to future updates in other titles, or they would be paid DLC in other titles. And it's just really like refreshing to see a game that isn't doing all of that in that same way. So yeah, that's cool. But that's Splatoon 3. I like a lot of what I'm seeing. It does release on September 9th, which is my birthday. And I know without a doubt this house will have a copy of it, because even if I don't purchase it for myself, the kid is absolutely going to want a copy of it. And so it will end up with this game, and I will absolutely end up trying it. I don't exactly see myself wanting to devote myself to a hard life as a competitive and deep online creator for Splatoon 3, but I do see myself enjoying some time with it. Unfortunately, if I wanted to play with the kid, we'd probably need 2 copies, huh? They did say you could play with local friends, but they didn't say anything about you being able to play through somebody else's copy, which is a very different thing, because there are other games that let you do that, where you can just connect to their Switch with your Switch and it'll let you play the game. So alas, that is not the case here. Doesn't seem to be anyway. Maybe it is. Maybe Splatoon 2 works that way, but I don't know. I get the feeling that everyone needs their own copy, and that's okay. But that's Splatoon 3. I like the way that it looks. I am very happy with that presentation as a whole. And for those of you that are really excited about Splatoon 3, I can understand why. This was a very great presentation. It looks like a really good product, and I don't have really anything negative to say about it at all. So, yeah, with all that said, please let me know what your thoughts are. Are you a big Splatoon fan? Do you like Splatoon 1 and 2? If you're not, because like I said, I've never played either of them, so I have nothing at all invested into Splatoon as a franchise. When I go do eventually play Splatoon 3, it'll be my first steps into the turf war and slinging some ink. So let me know what your thoughts are and where you sit on this game, both coming from somebody who might have played Splatoon before to someone like me who will be jumping into it fresh. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. All right, everybody. Let us run the final battle. It readied itself right at the very end of that video. We did end up running 2 whole battles during that. Good job, us. Let me turn the music on. We'll run this battle, and then we will get out of here. Make this a little bit bigger, shall we? I think we can go bigger. One more. Apply. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Close. Yeah, Athena, get in there. That epic bomber. Hells yeah. I will drop Stronghold here to try and hold the line against this massive fire lindworm. I feel like we're just going to very quickly lose the god because he spawned so close to it, but maybe not. No, he immediately desecrated it. We also went to the right. We got split in a weird way. We'll see how it goes. He's dying quickly, at least. The god is also Scotty, and they don't have very many ranged units. Oh no, somebody go help Athena! No! Oh, Athena, I tried! Oh god. Somebody killed the big thing, please. Just a few enemies left to get through. 9 to 7. I don't like those numbers. Ow! Kill him. 7 to 2. It's getting scary, y'all. It's all right. We got there. I don't know what the one enemy left is. There must be like a trap somewhere on the field. Maybe it was the boss statue. It's fine. We made it. 1 centurion, 1 monk, and 2 musketeers, any of which can be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills go into myself, tied with Ambivert Sloth, followed by Azura Rose. Most assists go into 1 truthful lie, followed by myself. Going random on the scrolls in 5. Holy shit, Maddie's up?
Sicky.
Maddie's been streaming already for almost 6 hours. Francie's streaming. We're going to go visit Francie because I haven't gotten to visit Francie in a while. Athena with the Centurion, Azura Rose with the Monk, and Farmer Brian with the Musketeers. We complete some questy quests. And let me close this down. Your voice went up like 3 octaves. It did. I am not ashamed. Okay, so everybody, these are my socials. Please follow me on Twitter. Go join the Discord. I appreciate all of you very much. I don't want to fight Francie. You don't have to fight Francie. It's just I'm happy to see them in a healthy enough mind state that they were feeling confident in being able to stream, because I know that that's a battle for several people a lot of the times. So it was more joy at seeing that my friend is doing well, you know? So that said, though, I normally stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. I will not be streaming this Tuesday. I might be streaming on Thursday, but we'll see. This is the raid message, so we're going to go raid 1 Francie. If you are not a subscriber, you can unlock that Raid Swan emote for 100 channel points, and it'll be available for the next 24 hours for you, including letting you use it on other people's channels, such as during a raid. So we're actually going to, I see Francie is on a credit screen, not credits in terms of the stream, but credits in terms of the game they're playing. So I even get to go tease them about finishing a game. And maybe that means that we get to just pass parade a raid around, which sounds great to me. So with that said, everybody, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you later. Bye. That was a very harsh transition, OBS. You did not fade to black on that. How dare you? It's fine. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.